When last we left our heroes, a door was opened and everything changed. Having emerged from the sewers, our heroes overheard a conversation between Gringalt and a dark hooded figure regarding the rebirth of something called the Vessel of Slaughter. The dark figure then directed Gringalt to descend to the facility beneath the catacombs and destroy it before the cat and her rats discovered it. The dark figure's attention was quickly captured by the appearance of our heroes, specifically Natari, who was immediately targeted with a disintegrate spell that, regrettably, found purchase. Rushing forward to inspect Natari's ashen remains, the hooded figure then teleported away after issuing Gringalt a new directive: find the book. In the aftermath of battle, our heroes discovered a peculiar metal door with no seams or hinges. As they approached the door, its surface shifted as the outline of a hand appeared. With some quick thinking, Petra grabbed the unconscious Gringalt and placed his hand in the outline, causing the door to ripple open like a liquid. On the other side was a circular room crafted of a peculiar material, seemingly part metal and part mineral. In the center, a multifaceted gem pulsed with a disconcerting blue light. It was soon discovered that casting spells in the presence of this gem resulted in a dazzling shower of glittering blue motes that coalesced into an arc of energy that targeted the caster. One by one, for various reasons, our heroes found their way into the circular chamber, whereupon the mysterious door that had melted away abruptly remanifested, trapping our heroes inside. All except Emma, who misty stepped out of the chamber at the last possible moment, separating herself from the party. A disorienting sensation of descent revealed the chamber for what it truly was: an elevator. While descending to depths unknown, Gringalt awakened and answered our heroes' questions, revealing a plot to release the Mother of Woe, masterminded by three individuals: Nimawar, the Coal Priest, the Dark One, and the Vessel of Slaughter. Gringalt then told his tale, explaining that his colony of deep gnomes had been attacked by mind flayers and captured. He had watched his whole family be devoured before the mind flayers had abandoned him and left him to die, whereupon he had decided that any world where something like that could happen was not a world that deserved to exist. Gringalt then implored our heroes to join his cause, saying he could see pain in all their faces. The plea seemed to raise Felix's ire, but Exagora responded to it with calm compassion, telling Gringalt that if there was nothing that could stop the Mother of Woe's return, he didn't have to fight anymore and could walk away. After a moment of introspection, Gringalt removed himself from the equation. The elevator's descent then ended, and a new doorway opened, revealing a narrow corridor that Exagora explored, reaching a threshold of a slightly larger but empty chamber before hearing a disembodied voice say, "Voice print registration required." After some delay, Exagora finally gave his name and was given confirmation that his voice print had been registered. Titus is continuing to ritually cast Identify on the glowing blue gem as Exagora rejoins the party. And you all suddenly notice that the dark hooded figure that had teleported away stands in your midst in the middle of the elevator.
Hi.
Does anybody else react?
How's your head?
Petra?
Yes.
Titus looks at you and says hi, and as Exagora walks back into the elevator, he looks at you and says, "How's your head?"
Petra looks at them both and says, "I don't know, let's take a look," and decloaks herself as the hooded figure.
Are you dropping disguise self?
No.
Okay. So
Nah.
just
Might need this.
describe what is under the hood as you pull it back.
I don't. Whatever the hooded figure looked like, or whatever she thought it might look like. Should I make that up right now?
If there's anything specific about the look that you're wanting to describe for what you, because you never got a glimpse under this thing's hood.
Right. So she has no fucking clue.
Right.
E there's just honestly no, there's just nothing there. She want no like the hood is covering like what appears to be like a shape of a head. But yeah, when she takes the cloak hood down, there's nothing there.
Just like a blank mannequin or like somebody in a morph suit, just completely blank. But discernibly Petra's voice coming out from underneath this hood.
Do I still look cute?
Xanthion like tries to swipe his hand where the head should be.
Well, there is a head. It's just completely blank. It's like,
Oh,
is that what
I
you were
was thinking
saying?
like
I'm sorry.
no head. Sorry. Yeah, like like there's nothing there.
Sure, let's go with that.
Like when the
So-
hood's over it, it looks like there's there's like a silhouette, but yeah. It's kind of like when SpongeBob gets all shaved and stuff, and it turns out there's just a brain underneath. There could just be a brain underneath. You know what? I'm going with brain. Final answer.
Xanthion
that-
is not trying to touch that anymore.
Okay.
It's like a brain with a stem, and then there's two like eyeballs, like googly looking eyeballs.
All right. Having
Final
established
answer.
that the
Did
hooded
we
figure
hear-
is in fact Petra, I will take that token away.
Did we hear Exegor's voice be recognized by the system?
Yes, when this voice speaks, it sounds like it is right next to you. It sounds like it is in the room with you, not coming from any direction, not coming from any discernible speakers, just the voice is there and disembodied.
Why
Petra's
did it
gonna put the
recognize
hood
your
back up.
voice?
It didn't say it recognized it, it said it registered it.
Why did it? That's what I meant.
Yeah, I
Why
don't
did it
know.
register your voice?
I don't know. Certainly can't wait to find out. It sounded like it was going to like set off some kind of alarm if somebody didn't say something, so I did.
Meanwhile, Titus, who is still shape-shifted into the form of Gringald, standing next to the mummified husk of the actual Gringald laying on the floor, with his hand on the blue, slightly pulsing gem, continuing to cast Identify as a ritual. Titus, you notice that as you continue to cast, now several minutes into this process, you see the motes, these little sparkling motes of dancing energy, slowly, much more slowly than when Petra cast her two spells before the elevator descent, just kind of slowly start to materialize and swirl around the gem as you continue to ritually cast Identify on it.
I'm preparing to take damage if I have to do this.
Yeah.
My hope is to be able to operate this thing, so we'll see.
All right. Titus probably has 2 or 3 minutes left on ritually casting Identify. Is there anything anybody is wanting to do?
Yes.
Okay. What would you like to
Really
do?
quick.
Petra?
So Petra, while he's doing that, Petra's going to take. I keep wanting to say Gringolds, but that's not the name. Grimald, right?
No, it is Gringald.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
Yeah, you
I
had it
don't
right.
know why I questioned my brain. Thank you. So she's gonna pick up the body and stuff it into the bag of holding.
Sure. So everybody
Um,
notices Petra get out the bag of holding and
Are you stuffing it in my haversack, or do you have a bag?
Yeah.
Holding?
No,
Oh.
sorry. Yeah, your handy haversack.
Okay.
While
Okay.
you're casting,
You
she's
just
gonna
start
say, "Well,
shoving a gnome in my backpack.
yeah." And
Okay.
her hood's back up, and she says, "We might need his hand later. Who knows if it's gonna recognize yours?" And just keeps shoving him down.
I don't know if it'll recognize his now.
Well,
Looks a little.
I,
what other
I
options
can't
do we
stop
have?
laughing. I can't stop laughing.
I mean, I could cut off his hand and wear it around my neck, but I thought that was a little too gruesome. So,
You're fine. Keep going.
Yeah.
anybody else have any better ideas?
no
No,
need
she
to-
says that in game.
So kind of like first of all, it's very easy to pick up the actual Gringald because the inflict wounds that he upcast upon himself, it drained every ounce of vitality because it did 140 points of necrotic damage. So like he is, I'm not going to say light as a feather. A mummy is not light as a feather, but for all intents and purposes, he is a mummified corpse, which means all of the moisture is gone. So you just
Oh.
kind of pick him up and I imagine invert him. So you're holding him by the legs and you're just kind of like shoving him down in the haversack, just down in there.
Like he's going back in the womb, baby.
Basically. Yeah, it's like a birth in reverse. It's kind of disturbing, actually. Anybody else doing anything? Probably about a minute and a half left now.
So
Casting.
the hooded figure is in the room with us, right?
No, well, it has been established that is Petra. Her disguised self is still active. You guys had just forgotten that she had disguised self
Oh, God,
before
have
all of
mercy.
this happened. Yeah.
I was
I'm gonna
like,
stand by
"What?"
Titus.
I'm just gonna stand up. Yeah, I mean, Petra's carrying him, so yeah. Felix stands up and just sort of looks at what Titus is doing.
Okay. So Titus, you complete your ritual casting of Identify. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
That is a 27.
So you take half damage. So you take 2 points of force damage as after slowly beginning to manifest and just kind of floating as if in this gentle breeze, these blue motes, at the moment that you complete the ritual casting and Identify takes hold and you have identified this, the motes just burst and into a cloud burst of sparkling kind of stardust and then immediately suck back in on itself and an arc of energy just kind of blasts you right toward your chest. And in the last possible moment, you spin away so that it just glances off of your chest and then gets absorbed into the wall of the circular chamber. 2 points of force damage, having succeeded in your saving throw. Identify, although you've been casting for 11 minutes, it bestows all of the information in a split second upon the completion of the casting. And at the completion of this identification process, you gain an understanding of what this device is. This gem is not a magic item in the traditional sense, but it is an item imbued with magic as described in the description of the Identify spell. This cannot be operated. This item has no charges. It has no uses. It has no functional purpose that can be used by a wielder. It cannot be attuned to. It cannot be operated in any way. What this is, as the divination magic implants this information in your mind in an instant, you see in your mind's eye this gem, and you realize that this gem is one node on a greater network. And while the words don't necessarily make sense, the words that come into your mind through the Identify spell identifies this object as a weave interface node. And what this does, this is a junction where energy is channeled from some other source and then converted into pure magical energy. That magical energy is then used to fuel something, whatever energy is required for, You assume the operation of this elevator, you assume the operation of anything else that might be down here is fueled by pure magical energy that has been converted into pure magical energy from some other energy source. This process, which first of all, completely betrays your understanding of your formal training in magic, because your understanding of the weave is the weave was the weave. The weave permeates everything, and it can neither be created nor destroyed. But this is actually creating magical energy and sort of adding to the weave constantly. And in this process, it renders the weave volatile in the immediate area of this weave interface node. And what that does is creates an arc of pure magical energy when somebody casts a spell within a certain radius of it. And that arc of energy, as basically the weave feeds back on itself and arcs energy at the caster, that arc is stronger the stronger the spell you cast.
I slumped back onto the wall. Just kind of put my elbows on my knees and my hand in my lap, my head in my lap, and just I don't know what this thing is. It's weird. But we can't get back to Emma. Why did she leave? We followed her down here in the first place. I'm going to strangle that little brat. Okay. I don't care what eats me. I'm going to bed. And I'm just going to flop right over, and that's what I'm doing.
Xanthion's gonna agree, but he's gonna take first watch while everyone sleeps.
Okay, so Titus, still in the form of Gringalt, which is a little disconcerting, because you've basically got the two people you just fought against topside in the room with you. So Titus has committed to going to sleep, and Xanthion has voiced agreement with the idea. What does the rest of the party think? Are you trying a long rest, or what are you doing?
I'll take second watch. If you get too tired, till then I'm gonna rest.
Go for it.
Felix agrees.
Samesies.
Merlo needs a long rest.
Amen.
Can we keep the elevator doors shut then?
If there is a way to shut the door, you haven't found it. Now, when you first opened the door, there was a handprint, and that opened the door, which it then shut once everybody was in the elevator. Once you got down to this level, another door in another direction, because you had entered from the east, and then this door opened to the south, has just kind of melted open the same way, but now there is no discernible way to remanifest it that you're aware of. You can look around and see if there's something.
Hey, disembodied voice. Can you shut the door for us?
Well, have Exagora do it.
Yeah, Exagora, you talk to it. It seems to like you.
Yeah, let me just poke around and see what happens. Can anyone
Good
hear
start.
me? This is Exagora Silverhand. Is anyone there?
Did you forget your own name?
Silvertongue. Yeah, I did. Been playing Cyberpunk lately. This is Exagora Silvertongue. Can anyone hear me?
Hexagora Silvertongue. Recognized.
Sorry, I forgot I'm unmuted.
Recognized for what purpose? Close elevator
Xanthion-
door.
Xanthion will say, Xanthion Lightfoot.
Oh, good. It's just me. That's much better.
Insufficient
not that
credentials.
famous.
Access denied.
Credentials.
Was that saying it to mine or Exagora's?
I had to find my page in the notes. That response comes immediately, like with like a half a second delay after Exagora requests to close the elevator doors.
Okay.
Insufficient. Okay. What credentials do I have?
Exagora Silver Tongue is registered as visitor.
What does visitor access allow?
Visitor access allows you to be within the facility without being terminated.
Oh, good.
Why?
Ask who else has visitor access.
Who else here has visitor access?
Insufficient credentials. Access denied.
Why do I have visitor access?
Titus, you try as Grimalt.
Voice print recognized as Exagora Silvertongue, registered as visitor status.
Petra, what do you want? I'm trying to sleep. I am done. I am done for the day.
Okay, we'll figure this out in the morning. Everyone go to bed.
What are y'all rambling about now? Are we
I
going to
just
spend
wanna try
20?
to- Titus, I just want to try to close the door so we can all sleep soundly. That's all. Can you just try it, please? It might recognize Grimald as credentials or something. Pretty please. And she swishes her tail.
All right. In
Sorry for
Grimald's
waking you.
voice, I'm going to be like, shut the elevator door.
Insufficient credentials, I swear.
Yeah,
Do
at,
I-
at, at this moment, it is established the only person so far that it is recognizing and interacting with in any level is Exagora.
Okay. All right, Titus. I'm sorry for waking you. Go back to sleep.
Everyone go to sleep now. I'll take
You're
first
gonna need
watch.
your beauty rest.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
at least I can't die. And it goes, lays down.
This is true. You're the only one so far that's guaranteed not to be exterminated.
Is anyone not attempting a long rest? Okay. I would need someone to roll me a flat D20, please.
I will do that. I rolled a 13.
And how long are you taking watch for, Xanthion?
4 hours, and then I'm waking up Exagora to take second watch. As long as I can, as I need, so he can also get a long rest, I can get one as well.
Okay, so if you take a 4-hour watch, it will take the entire party longer than 8 hours to complete a long rest, because you will then need to take 8 hours of rest. Well, sorry, no, you need 6 hours of rest because you have to do at least 6 hours of sleep in an 8-hour period. 2 hours can be on watch. So if you do a 2-hour rotation and nothing happens, the party can complete a long rest in 8 hours.
I wake up Exagora after 2 hours.
Okay.
I smack him on the floor. It's like, your turn.
Right?
If anyone attempts to wake me up, I pull my dagger on them and go back to sleep.
Don't wake him up.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, Exagora, you're taking second watch.
Yep. Taking second watch.
Need somebody else to roll me a D20, please.
I'll
Sure.
try it. Oh, never mind.
No.
Yes.
Aaron called it. Aaron called it.
Oh.
18.
Ha
Nice.
Our numbers are getting higher.
That's not necessarily a
Yeah.
good thing on random encounter.
Right? It's no, it's great.
Jim rolled a
Everybody
nat
be
20
quiet.
and a 100 and I got dead.
Let me have this.
Logan.
Yeah.
As Xanthion curls up after his 2-hour watch, kind of finding a softish spot on this cold stone metal floor. Just the exhaustion of the experience of the last several hours kind of just starts to wash over you as you realize, like, you guys have been underground for probably the better part of a day now, having attempted to originally take a long rest that got interrupted pretty deep into the attempt, and then attempting to fortify your position for another long rest, and then head out into the sewers, and just kind of understanding like how long ago it actually was that you guys fought the Nephloig. It's just kind of like this exhaustion just kind of washes over you, and you curl yourself up and just start to drift off to sleep. And with a sudden jostle of motion, you kind of are startled awake, and you notice that you are no longer in the elevator. You
Again.
are back in this bizarre floating, twirling ether of various ruined fragments of what was once a great kingdom. As you open your eyes and look straight up at a cathedral ceiling high, probably 150, maybe 200 feet high, that has at its very apex in the A-frame crumbled so that the ceiling is just open and exposed to this weird, like, shifting, shimmering void. And you sit up and look around and find yourself in this, when I say great hall, I mean of a hall both made for great occasions, like a reception hall or a throne room of immense proportions that is just immediately impressive. Like, it's the largest room you have ever been in, a room so large, especially with the cracked and crumbling ceiling, that it gives you the impression of being outside until your eyes focus on a dais raised, a regular dais being normally raised 2 or 3 feet off of the floor. This dais raised 15 feet off of the floor, this grand metal wrought throne that looks like it has been smithed together by metals of various alloys and components, and stretching maybe the back of it 30 feet high, an insanely large throne. And you hear a voice from behind you say, "You did good, kid. You did real good. I'm proud of you."
I turn around.
Staring into that same face, this red, sunburned looking skin, fierce brown eyes that under a thick brows that just kind of pierce into you, and these shocks of curly, unkempt black hair as a woman draws a red embroidered cloak up over herself.
Why do I look more like dad than I do like you?
Because your luck sucks, kid. And she just reaches out and kind of pats you, and you feel her touch. Her touch is warm, like not just warm, like feverish, like just radiating heat from her fingers into your cheek. You're a fast learner. I'm not surprised.
Who killed you?
I wish I knew.
Where were you at when they killed you?
I was in the Outlands, transitioning planes. But it's hard to explain, but I move around a lot. I always have.
Have you
Yeah.
always looked like the red skin and black hair, or was that after you died?
Oh no, this is me. This is 100% me.
Why weren't you around more often? I have no memory of you until now.
Look, kid. I mean, Zacharist was never supposed to be more than just a little way stop for me on my journeys. I never planned on meeting your father. I thought about staying. I want you to know that. I thought about staying. But my work is too important. I had things to do, places
What
to
did you
go.
have to do? Why are you being so vague? You're dead
I-
already, and I have no way to contact you outside of my dreams, apparently.
And she
Why are you
looks
being
up
vague?
at this towering, immense throne and she just says, I was looking for this.
What is this? Again, being vague.
This is it. This is the Jotun throne. This is where the Allfather forced order on the elemental chaos and gave birth to the material plane. This is the origin. This is the alpha, the beginning note of the symphony that is everything that we know. And I finally found it. And now I can't ever leave.
Is there another way for me to contact you outside of my dreams? I mean, 20 years and I've spoken to you for the first time 2 times in the last 24 hours? I don't know.
I've been trying. You just
Me
weren't
too.
ready to hear. But now you are. Something's woken up inside of you, Xanthia. Something incredible. Something that I was worried you might never get to experience, but you do. You're one of us. And I'm so proud of you. Yeah, you can contact me out of your dreams. This isn't just a dream. This isn't a fugue state of your imagination. This is a real place. You could find it.
Where
You could
are
come
we?
here.
Where?
This-
Where is this place?
This is Vonenheim. This is where it all started. I don't know how to get here. I was just here after the dark hooded figure killed me.
What did you just say?
After I was murdered. This is
By
where
a
I
hooded
woke up.
figure?
Yeah.
By chance, do you know if they were working for I can't think of the name of the god right now.
Mother of woe.
Mother of Woe.
I don't know. I don't know. I just
What did he say to you before he killed you? Or was it just a snap thing?
it was it hurt.
What did he do?
I didn't have a counter spell ready.
Did he cast Disintegrate by chance?
I felt myself melt from the inside out. and
Xanthion's
fade
fist.
away into dust.
Xanthion's fist just grips tight. I know who killed you. I mean, not his name, but I just met him. Do you have any information on the mother of Lo?
I wasn't in Zecharius for that long, kid. I mean, I know there's a death cult around her, but death cults are a dime a dozen across the multiverse.
I feel like Xanthion just punches the ground out of frustration because he has yet to stand up. He just keeps turning as his mother moves around the room.
Hey. You know, I've never given you a birthday present. There's something in mind I would like you to have.
Okay, Xanthion just feels like he's gonna throw up now.
If you ever find your way to Sorvel, look in my old room at the Urbane Bastion. Ask Sir Hilda about it. She always was nice to me. It's under my bed. You
He
did
just
good,
nods
kid.
his head.
You did real good. And you just kind of feel the presence of this place fade away into other dreams, other visions. Exagora. Your
Yeah.
2-hour shift passes without incident.
Did anybody volunteer for a third shift?
I
No
don't
one
think
else
so.
volunteered.
Yeah.
Normally Emma just stays up the rest of the time, but Emma decided to Misty step out of the elevator.
All right, fine. Goes over and nudges Petra.
Hey, Felix will take it.
Oh, yeah. Inexplicably changes mind and goes over and nudges Felix.
Sorry, never mind.
You go over, you nudge Petra. Petra just rolls over and
Yeah.
curls back up and goes to sleep. So then you go over and nudge Felix.
Can we just say for continuity that Petra and Felix are cuddled like they were back in the tunnel? Is that okay,
Yes,
Aaron?
that's fine
Yeah.
with me.
That works.
Yeah. So then you're like,
Okay
no,
with that.
that's not happening. Okay, Felix, hey, Felix.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey, you want to take next watch?
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Give it about 2 hours and pick your next
Victim.
shift change.
Okay.
All right.
good.
Night.
Night. No, yeah, night.
I imagine Exagora and Felix just switch spots cuddling Petra.
Just oh, there we go.
Okay.
I go ahead and do that just because, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Felix commits to his 2-hour watch. Somebody roll me a d20, please.
I'll do it. Let's see. How do I roll a flat again? Just click on the
So-
dice.
If you click on the d20 icon,
Oh, I gotta do. Yeah, I got you.
and then it'll pop up and you can just select
Yeah.
d20. $14.
There you go.
I don't like that he's turning pages.
Yeah, that's nice.
I don't like that he looked over.
Shite.
I just want to sleep all the way
Sorry, you had to have a
through.
15.
About an hour into your shift,
Oh God.
Yeah, crap.
Felix.
Oh my
Ah.
God. Thank God.
Waiting for the rest.
Sorry.
That's it.
Brother, good news. The manor is secure. Fun fact, the windows here aren't glass. Not sure what they are, but they're strong as iron. Ta.
Good to hear that you're still alive. I've been up for 24 hours straight. I haven't had the chance to send a sending. Good to hear things went well. Tatty bye. Mother of woe, that man really needs to work on his subtlety.
And the next hour passes without incident. Felix, your watch comes to a close.
Wunderbar. Mm. Just sort of looking around. Okay. And he just goes over to Morlo, kind of just pokes on the shell. Ordo. Buddy. I got.
Morlo pokes his head out of his shell.
Like halfway. Just,
Hi, buddy.
Like Bill-
Sorry, but it's your turn for shift.
yeah.
okay, so Morlo commits to a 2-hour watch. Somebody roll me another d20, please.
I'll roll since I just woke up.
All right. You may all mark that you have completed a long rest on your character sheets.
Hallelujah. Thank the Blessed Mother.
As toward the end of your 2-hour shift, Morlo, just one by one, having rested well enough to have completed a long rest, you just sort of start to stir, stretching out the tense muscles of having slept on a hard, cold floor, but reinvigorated by a brief respite from what has been a terrible, terrible stretch of events. Your surroundings still pitch black, save for what little illumination comes off of the gem that had been identified as a weave interface node. This eerily silent hallway stretching before you, where not so much as a whisper met your ears during your long rest. Everyone is at full hit points with all abilities restored. What would the party like to do?
Xanthion wants to wake up and immediately say, I have more information on who killed my mom.
Oh, story time.
The same
How
guy
was
that
it,
killed
lad?
Natari killed my mom.
Oh, great.
Felix, you asked what plane she was on? She was in Vanaheim.
How did he kill her? Was it the same way?
The same way.
We have got to find a way to counteract that or stop it or something. We can't have that again.
Oops, sorry, I was muted. Sorry. Shannon,
Yes.
would Felix know that what Vanaheim is with his 14 passive arcana?
No, but I will give you a roll if you would like.
Okay.
This actually, this would not be Arcana. This would be religion.
Religion. Okay. I am just getting back home and I am just launching 3 Kingdoms now. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Please don't die on my computer. Okay, come on. God bless America. Any day now.
Do you know
Does it
what
show-
your religion is?
Good question. I can get to that. That would be a passive of 12. Does it show me in?
Nothing has popped up in Roll20.
I have Felix in roll 20 now.
Yeah, you're in Roll20, but I didn't see a roll come through.
Okay, well, I was just making sure I was in first because I don't know if it would send it over if I wasn't in. Okay,
Are you in?
I am. I hate you so much.
18.
Jesus.
It's a good roll.
But still
This
not
is
enough.
pretty esoteric. You know that you would know that Vondenheim. Well, actually, sorry. What is your passive history?
Passive history, that would be 16.
Okay, so you do know that Vondenheim is the name of the Goliath stronghold in the Southern Spires. It's kind of like the ancestral homeland of the Goliath race in Zekrist. You also know that that name has some broader relationship to giants in general. Hold on just one second. Lily's calling me.
Okay, this is for everybody else, just to make sure. Are our tokens not on the map?
Yeah, no tokens on the map.
Okay. I just want to double check.
It was gonna be really weird if I was also an odd one out and everyone else was like, no, there's tokens on the map. There's tokens.
What's going on?
How was your game last night, Kennedy?
No.
Okay, so yes, that's pretty much all you know. You know that there is some broader connection to giants in general, which actually do not exist natively in Zekrist. What few giants exist in Zekrist have come to Zekrist after the confluence and are from outside. There are not enough of them to be considered a new race, but they kind of started showing up at the same time that like the Dragonborn, the Tabaxi, the orcs started to be corrupted, the goblinoids started to be corrupted, et cetera, et cetera.
Specifically, she was in the throne room of the All-Father.
Ooh.
That's something I'm going to have to study. Vanaheim's a city in Zekrist. That's not a plane.
It is also a place where the All-Father took control, whatever Shannon said, and created the material plane.
Her exact words was that she imposed order on the elemental chaos and gave birth to the material plane.
Xanthon says that.
Huh?
Sorry. Just struck me as funny for some reason.
Felix is so he's wiping the sleep away from his eyes. He's just okay. So that underscores that completely undermines every teaching of the Church of Zekrist. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that whatever you were just told is completely counterintuitive to the creation story of Zekrist, the church.
Felix is smart enough to understand this difference. He's well learned enough. What Xantheon is describing isn't the creation of Zekrist, it's the creation of the entire material plane as a plane of existence. So this would predate the creation mythos of Zekarist considerably. It's understood at this point that Zekarist is a world of the material plane. What Xantheon is claiming is the material plane itself was originally created by the Allfather.
This is a lot. And oh, God, my computer died. Shit. Is there anything in the Church of Zekarist about how the material plane came about?
The material plane was not understood to be a thing until after the Rivening, when people of Zekarist could start visiting other planes. Zekarist was completely closed off to the larger multiverse until that event. So the religious traditions of Zekarist have nothing to say about the formation of the material plane, because that was actually discovered fairly recently as a thing that wasn't known to exist, because there was no knowledge of worlds outside of Zekarist.
Oh my. Sorry, I'm also trying to figure out what's going on with my computer. For some reason, it's not being able to hold a charge. All right, but that's a lot. I don't know what to tell you.
You
this
asked,
is-
I was just giving you the information, man.
Oh, well, right, but I can't tell you anything about this Vanaheim as far as where it is. So I'm afraid you're kind of up the river without a paddle, so to speak.
Maybe we'll find more answers further down the hallway. Or maybe we'll die. Who's ready to find out?
The thing
I
that
do have information that I need to get from in Sorvel, though, whenever we get there.
the place you described sounds like the place you stuck your head into that tentacle pot.
It's no longer called a honey pot, it's now a tentacle pot.
Tentacle pot?
I've seen this movie.
Giggity.
Oh, that's
Did that place look like that, Xantheon?
I have no recollection of the. Not only would Xantheon, because he lost his mind, but Logan himself has no recollection of what that was described as looking like.
I will tell you this, that wherever you have seen in these two visions did not have any sort of the same effect on you, as far as like breaking your mind, the way that did.
I don't think it was the same place. And if it was, oh boy. But I'm not super intrigued at the idea of going to find it at the moment. I'd like to get to Sorvel. There are more answers for me there.
I would like to see the sun.
That too. Yeah, I mean, like,
I'm going to stand up and start dusting myself off and be like, I guess this is the only way we go, right?
yeah.
Only way we can, as far as I know.
And
I'm
Xanthon's just
staying
gonna
as
walk out.
as the black gnome. G word
Gringall.
name. Gringall.
G word.
Petra adjusts her hood and says onward, or asks.
Are we recasting disguise self? That would have long since.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So as you guys get up and
She'll
get ready
take
to
another
go,
little-
Petra turns back into the hooded figure.
Takes a little spark to the bum from the orb, right?
Actually, yeah. Roll me a dexterity saving throw. Thank you.
I can't help myself.
Yeah. You take 2 points of force damage. Same
Oh no.
cloudburst arc.
Yeah, she takes it right in the tail.
Yeah.
as we're walking down the hall, I'm just going to say to Felix that this thing is some kind of node connected to many others, and I have no idea what they do, but they're feeding something.
I have a suggestion. I believe every one of you except Titus should probably get behind us just in case we run into other people. Maybe we can pretend you're prisoners or something. Just a
Good
thought.
call. As we're walking down the hall,
Hold up. Before we get to that, could I get a marching order, please? Now that it has been suggested that Petra and Titus take the lead. Can I
I think
figure out a marching order?
Exagora should lead because he has access.
But he's a visitor, and we look like the ones that should have access.
But the
Right,
voice
so-
wasn't understanding you at all.
fair enough. Well, I'll be in front behind them then, because my access appears to be just voice related, so it'll
Okay.
still look correct if anybody sees us, and I can still talk to it.
Is Titus or Petra taking the very lead?
I'll take the very lead, or unless
think-
unless Petra fights for feminism, I'll take the lead.
Petra's going to take the lead because she's the hooded figure, and the hooded figure probably ranks higher than the gnome.
There we
She's
go.
not taking feminism; she's taking logic.
Okay,
Shall
so
we?
Petra and
'Cause-
then Titus,
Sorry, never mind.
then Exagora.
'Cause we know those aren't the same thing.
Then Xanthion.
Who is behind? Oh, Xanthion behind Exagora.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant.
Morlo will follow you.
Morlo follows Xanthion.
I can't stop laughing.
That
That's not what I
leaves.
meant, though.
Oh, so Felix has to take up the rear because he's the only one left. Because there's
I mean,
only 6 of you
technic-
down here.
Felix,
I mean,
are
technically,
you a bottom?
Emma's taking up the rear, just the very far rear.
Very true.
I mean, she's
All right. So setting
Aaron's
off
turning red.
single file down this hallway. As you continue to move down the hallway back toward this larger chamber that you know lies about 25 feet ahead of you, Felix, you actually,
shit.
as you are passing through the doorway into the hallway, bringing up the rear, you feel your sentinel shield actually just kind of like vibrate in such a way that it like draws your attention over to your left hand side, and you notice with your dark vision something that everybody else having their vision straight ahead seems to have walked right past and not realized that there is a plaque. The first object that you have seen down here that is not uniformly smooth and seamless and made of a different material than whatever this place is made of, with Elvish script. Does Felix speak Elvish?
Sorry, still waiting on computer. Let me get to the app. I believe he does, but don't quote me on it just yet.
While you are getting into that, hold on just 1 second. I will be right back, guys.
Okay.
Oh, wow. No problem, Bob.
Sweet, he does.
Nice.
Nice.
It says nothing. Not like it's blank. It says the word nothing.
Just it literally says nothing. It's like Hakuna Matata.
Says no worries, bro.
No worries, bruh.
Chill out, broski. Take
No,
a
the
brewski,
plaque says
broski.
it's Miller time. No. The plaque says man cave. That's what it says. It better be neon.
Everyone, we're about to enter the den of douchery.
Is that what we call our
Yeah.
home base now?
Yes, the den of douchery.
It's filled with just middle-aged men who are watching the Bears game, offering you a course. Hey man, can I get you a course?
Course.
Course? You want a course or a Bud Light? Hey man. Welcome to my man cave.
Bush lattes.
Nice.
God, I hate that so much. Can I get a Bush latte? You can get a Bush Light, you asshole.
Kiss my ass.
I'd rather not.
I'd rather die.
Okay.
Question, Shannon.
Yes.
How long would it take to put a 3rd level spell in my spell book?
It's 2 hours per spell level, I think. So that would be 6 hours. Why?
All right. I can have counter spell, but I'd have to copy it over into my spell book. That's why.
I thought you had copied all of those spell books into your spell book.
Oh, I didn't know I could do all of them. I thought I had to do only the ones I was able to cast.
You can copy over before you can cast them.
Oh, I don't know if I paid for that because that wasn't the way I was thinking it was. So I'm going to say no.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. And I might be wrong about that. You may not be able to.
Okay, because I thought it had to be the ones I could cast because I don't have them in my spell book, but
Okay.
I do have a list of which ones are.
Okay, so just know that once you are in a position to be able to spend the time doing it, and I think it would be 6 hours,
Okay.
you will be able to copy that over.
All right.
Okay. Does Felix speak Elvish?
He do.
Okay, this is not Elvish, but it uses the Elvish script.
What the fuck?
Cipher.
Yeah. What does it say with the Elvish script exactly? Is it just gibberish?
A bunch of gobbledygook, like just
Like not
imagine,
even words?
like just imagine somebody like hammering, like imagine a cat running across a keyboard on a computer. Like doesn't make a lick of sense, but you are smart enough to know there is like multiple languages that use the Elvish script, just like there's multiple languages that use the Dwarvish script and the Draconic script. I mean, that's a common thing. Like there's only a certain number of alphabets that exist throughout the world, and they get reused a lot, like how the Latin alphabet does, or the Cyrillic alphabet or whatever.
Okay. Felix is gonna stop, obviously look at it. Hey Petra, can you speak this or read it? Either.
So kind of like, oh well, first of all, does Petra respond? Are we okay
Yeah.
enough with the beach
Am I
towel
unmuted?
situation?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're unmuted. Are we good to proceed past the beach towel?
No, I'm sorry. I have to know.
I feel so judged. I'm just having a blanket.
No, I was just curious. I'm not judging at all. It's kind of wholesome. But I was like, are you about to eat something really messy? Like I was racking my brain, and I find it funny that the answer is just I'm cold.
I'm
That's
cold.
all.
I'm
was
chilly. I am chilly.
So from the
That's all.
absolute back of the line, Petra, you hear Felix be like, "Hey Petra, can you read this?" or whatever he said. I can't remember.
The
Speak, read, either.
she'll look at it.
Okay, so kind of like, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, as you shimmy past, because this hallway is about 5 feet wide, which, while that is actually the space you take up in combat, none of you are actually 5 feet wide, so you can squeeze past each other, but it's just a little weird going from the very front of the line to the very back where Felix is. And you get back there, and Felix points toward a plaque that is mounted on the wall, which you immediately recognize as deep speech.
Ah, shiza. What's it say?
Now
Yeah,
entering Theta sector.
I don't like that.
Yeah, so she repeats that. Yeah, now entering Theta sector. As in,
Exagora.
Theta better have a lot of spells ready.
Would
What is the
Felix
purpose
be?
of this facility?
I heard Christian's voice first. What
Oh,
did you say,
sorry.
Christian?
Would Felix be familiar with this kind of naming convention?
No.
Okay.
So Exgore just looks. I don't know why he's looking up, but he just kind of says to the void, "What is the purpose of this facility?"
Sufficient credentials.
Insufficient credentials. Access denied.
Called it.
Take
Mhm.
us to your leader. Wait, well, we'll
Yeah.
find him. Never mind.
Ask him the different names of the sectors if it'll give them to you.
List off sectors.
Insufficient credentials.
Insufficient credentials. Access denied.
Who created this facility?
Insufficient credentials.
Yeah.
Insufficient credentials. Access denied.
Yeah, that's my last one.
Okay,
I
well,
guess you really do just have the
Yep,
credentials to
I
walk
have
around
the
this
right
place
to
without being
be
murdered
here.
on spot.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take it.
shall we keep going?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find more plaques with more confusing things.
Petra, shimmy back to the front.
Oh, I can shimmy, and she shimmies all the way back to the front.
Oh yeah,
She
she
does a little and
All
yeah,
right. So getting back into the proper conga line, the
Mhm.
party begins to leave the elevator behind and descend down the hallway to the point where you do see the room open up before you, about a 15 by 15 room, completely empty, barren of anything, but just the hallway opens up into a larger space. And coming to the threshold, Petra, since you are in the lead,
Voice
do I
print
gotta roll?
registration required to proceed beyond this point. Please state your name.
Grimald. Did he have a last name? She's gonna turn to everybody else behind her. Did he have a surname? I don't.
Exagora, say your name.
Exagora Silver Tongue.
Please state your name.
It's not me, guys.
Petra, I think you're going to have to say your name.
now here's a question. When you started to try to pass yourself off as Gringalt, were you trying to impersonate him, or were you just saying that?
I don't like that question.
That's
Oh,
a
me?
Petra question,
Yes,
right?
that is a Petra
Sorry,
question.
sorry. Yeah. She's gonna, she tries to, impersonate his name, and for some reason, I wanted to do a Boston accent for a second. I know that's wrong, but in game, she kind of, says it as close as she can get, but like, it kind of ends in a question.
Roll me a performance check, please. Please state your name.
I think you have to say your name.
Okay. She said, Petra Sugarloaf.
Petra Sugarloaf. Registered.
Oh shit! I don't like this, you guys. I don't want this.
Welcome to the
Or it's come
club.
out of the walls.
Ugh.
Okay,
I just
now
had somebody in the line going, Sugarloaf? I forgot
Yeah,
it was.
shut up.
I also forgot it was Sugarloaf.
I don't. Pirates
some-
think they're really funny. Okay.
For some reason, I thought it was bitch pudding.
I got some peanut butter.
There's a
You're all
throwback.
wrong.
there is this weird moment where it's like Felix says that, and you're like, that sounds right for some reason.
You know, I have been called bitch pudding before. But
So what's the
That
plan?
was-
Are we? Is the party proceeding, or are we pausing? Because you are at the threshold of this larger.
I'm gonna step in now, understanding that once you get in this room, it's gonna ask for authentication.
It's actually to the threshold. It's as you toe the line about to cross the threshold into the room. So
Okay.
Petra, you feel Titus kind of pushing you along behind you.
I
Do
don't
you-
wanna.
You wanted to go first. You gotta go.
Only to protect you. You're.
Well, then get
fine.
behind me.
You need to be more selfish
No.
now, Petra.
I'm brave. Fine.
So you step into the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's gonna take her. She's gonna take her hood off, but keep herself in disguise, so that she's just a brain with eyeballs.
Nice. Okay, so Petra steps into the room, bringing Gringald to the. Titus in the form of Gringald to the threshold. Voice print registration required to proceed beyond this point. Please state your name.
Taking a deep breath, and in the best interpretation of his voice I could do, I'm gonna say, Gringle.
Roll me a performance check, please.
I got an 18, and I've got an inspiration. So I need to roll an inspiration, or can I re-roll? Can you re-roll skills with inspiration?
You can re-roll anything with inspiration. Are you?
Okay.
I mean, I will just tell you that's exactly the same roll that Petra
Okay.
got when it did not work. So, are you using inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay.
$25.
Jesus.
Gringald, recognized.
And then I'm gonna do a little boogie.
You've earned it. Yeah. You shimmy across the threshold.
Yes, then I'm going across the threshold.
Bringing Exagora up. Nothing happens.
What were the three parts of the they were going to raise the mother of woe? What were they called again?
It was Nimawar the Coal Priest, the Dark One, and the Vessel of Slaughter.
I'm not gonna say Nimor the Cold Priest. I don't want to die.
Hold on just 1 second.
I'm thinking about it.
It doesn't ask for your name because you already have visitor rights.
No, I know, but
it,
I'm thinking about saying the name and seeing what happens.
it ain't gonna
Maybe we
change
should
it.
save it for someone else, though, just in case you get through.
That's
Right?
true. That's true. I've got a good
Should-
performance score. I was trying to think.
That's true, also. Yeah.
Was it Nimor the Cold Priest? COLD?
Call her.
Say it again.
It's call, like call the herd.
Oh,
CULL.
the Call Priest. Okay, I got you.
Titus might now have access.
I just might not.
Yeah, we don't know. Apparently
That's-
Petra does.
It's a lot more than we had before.
Yeah.
Guys might have to hang back.
Split this party.
I'm gonna
three
try it
ways.
when he comes back if it's cool with everybody.
That's
I
fine.
can see
Yeah,
Titus.
totally. Why not?
Titus.
Yeah.
Titus will just go system self-destruct.
Don't do that.
Don't jinx it. Yeah,
It's
we're
just-
still. Never mind.
Okay, I'm back.
Ready.
So at this point, Ixagor is like, hang on, guys, I want to try something. And he clears his throat and attempts to impersonate. Well, no, he can't. Never mind, because he doesn't know what he sounds like.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, you would have heard him talking whenever he was talking to Gringotts, right?
Was
We
that
don't
who
know
that
that's
was?
him though.
Well, you know, well, no, you know that was the dark one.
The dark one?
Yes, but you also have no idea if that is just like a code name or an actual given name.
I can't imagine.
The dark
it
one.
is.
It's like, oh, you've had a new baby. What's his name? The dark one.
The dark one. Well, he's pigeonholed now.
He who consumes all.
I mean, just to let you know, when you step to the threshold, it doesn't prompt you for your name. You're
No, I
the
know.
first one. Yeah, okay.
I just let it go.
Just imagine if your title just to be registered.
Yeah.
And for the sake of brevity, one by one, as you step up to the threshold, it is prompted for you to register your name. Does anyone not give their name?
I give my name.
Okay, Xanthion gives his. Scott, does Morlo state his name?
Morlo would just say Morlo. He would say his full scientific name.
Okay. And Felix?
Felix just gives his first name as well.
Okay.
Oh, that was an option? Oh, shit.
And stepping into this larger 15 by 15 foot room, is the party just proceeding through it, or what are you doing?
Petra's
there-
gonna keep an eye out for plaques.
Roll an investigation check. This room is plaqueless. But as you step through the room, getting to the very middle point, Petra, you being in the lead, there is this momentary flash of blue light as a plane of blue light that bisects the room pops into existence as you step through it. As you're taking the step, it like flashes up as you are moving, and you move through this plane of blue light. And you guys watch as this light just kind of like parts around her and draws this blue line that just goes down her entire body as she steps through it.
Oh
And
God,
then-
it's people.
That
And then,
felt invasive.
and then flashes out of existence.
Well, that can't be
Should
good.
I be?
Are you
Okay.
okay? Did you feel anything?
You did
I
not feel
just feel-
anything.
I just feel violated a little. I mean, normally I'd see that as a spotlight, but I don't know, you guys. I'm fine. I'm brave.
Hmm.
Not cool, room. Not cool.
I
Can
got a
I cast
13
detect-
arcane.
Say what?
I got a 13 on arcane to recognize what that might have been.
This is no known spell or magical effect that you are aware of.
Can I cast detect traps?
If you want to.
I cast detect traps.
Well, wait, you mean find traps?
That
You
one.
mean beside thirst traps?
I cast find thirst traps. I open Instagram.
I
Um,
stepped through. I stepped through.
I cast
uh,
find traps.
Exact same thing. Just as you step through the center point of the room, this wall of blue light flashes into existence the moment you step through it, drawing kind of like parting and drawing a blue line around the outline of your body as you step through.
All my
No.
shit still on me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Xantheon, you cast find traps.
Find traps.
There are traps within whatever the radius is. That,
120 feet.
yes, there are traps within 120 feet of you.
It's not this though.
Find traps doesn't tell you.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
That's
Fart.
it's honestly the worst spell in the game. For a second level spell slot, you find out if there are traps within 120 feet of you, period. So yes, there are.
I hate this. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep, no problem, man.
That's a very disappointing spell.
It's
It is.
horrible. It's really bad.
So bad. Cause doesn't like detect magic and like detect poison, like ping it?
Yes. You have to be able to see the source for detect magic, but you can use an action to concentrate and actually figure out where the source is. Find traps gives you no such ability for one spell slot higher.
So bad.
Are
Yeah.
you telling the party that there are traps?
Yeah, I'll say it. No idea where they're at, but there are traps.
Okay.
And anyone with a passive arcana higher than 12 is like, oh yeah, find traps. This guy actually took it.
I'm gonna roll a perception check just to see if I can get, anything out of place in the room, anything just seems, other than just completely smooth walls, anything like that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I will say, since you're actively looking, let's make this an investigation check.
Okay.
Just imagine Emma's disembodied voice being like, "That's
No.
a shit spell."
My perception's actually better. Okay.
Actually, I will give you a perception check because you're just wanting to say if you notice something off of the cuff. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna
like-
move around and check because I don't want to mess with anything.
yeah, I'll give you that as perception. Go ahead.
Okay. Come on now, do something for me.
Same roll, exactly.
Can I
yeah.
also do perception?
Wow, really?
I will say somebody in the party's already called for it, and without communicating anything, there wouldn't be really any reason for Exegor or for Xantheon to want to do the same thing. Plus, you're busy
Casting find traps.
You're busy considering your life choices in picking find traps as a
Yeah.
ranger spell.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings us to Exegora. Are you proceeding through as you are perceiving?
Yep.
Okay, so with a 14, it actually is good enough to know that since you are now expecting it and you're kind of looking out for it, there is no discernible origin of this plane of blue light that bisects the room that you step through. Like there is nothing that emits the light. There are no torches, no light sources, nothing like that. It just literally appears as someone approaches the midpoint of the room, kind of as they're in the process of stepping through that plane. The light kind of springs into existence and then fades as soon as they're through it. But again, no sensation at all of anything changing whatsoever as you step through it.
Well, that's odd. Whatever this is, it's not coming from any external source. It's just, there's no thing emitting this. It's just here.
And anybody at this point having established that this is here, anybody not stepping through it? Speak
I
now or
stepped through
forever
it.
hold your peace. Okay.
Please, please. We've only moved 40 feet.
That's true. Hour and a
So
half.
continuing on, one by one, having stepped through that, the corridor narrows again, but then about 20 feet down opens up into another room. Is the party proceeding?
Is Petra in the front?
Petra is in the front of the marching order you gave me. So until you,
Yes.
I'm just
Tell
going to be
me.
like, Petra, make sure to look for anything suspicious, any kind of traps, glowing disembodied lights. I don't know, brains.
Anything
and
that looks like you.
cloaks. Just
Hey.
start investigating. Be brave and start helping her investigate. And what's your investigation, Petra? What plus do
Mm,
you have to investigation?
Oh,
Oh, I was gonna
+4.
I was gonna give her help unless she could give me help. I've got a +8 on investigation.
Well, the mastermind is really the class that gives the help action, which is going
That's
to
fine.
give Petra
Yeah,
advantage.
give her the help. Give her the help action.
So go ahead and roll again because you roll this at advantage with the help action.
Oh, okay.
So with a 17, the room you're about to step into looks exactly like the room you just got out of.
Hey, Titus, the room that we're about to go into, I think it's just the same as the one before us. I think we're good. And she's gonna start tiptoeing forward.
All right, so tiptoeing forward, as you cross the threshold, this time a horizontal plane of red light forms at the ceiling and immediately descends as you step into the room, passing over your form and then going back up to the ceiling. The rest of the
Petra's-
party notices as the red light goes down and then comes back up, her form, as the line draws up her body, shifts back into her tabaxi form.
I don't think that'll work on Titus though. So
Yeah, Petra's gonna swear in deep speech and yeah, keep going and turn around.
Okay.
And
Was that an
wait for the next
anti-magic?
person. Yeah, it stripped me.
you didn't
Continuing
even ask
on,
permission.
Consent is key.
Titus, do you follow Petra into the room?
I was muted. Sorry. Yes, I stepped through.
And once again, the moment across the threshold, the red plane of light descends and then comes back up, and you watch with bizarre effect as the red light seems to stretch Titus. As you see, like his legs grow and his torso grows. And not only that, but his form is shifting into the pearlescent white skin of his base form as a changeling.
Uh-oh.
That was disturbing.
Is all my items still on me?
Yeah, everything you have is still there. You are shapeshifted back into your true changeling form.
I go back to the gnome.
Okay, and then immediately shrinks back down into Gringall.
And it doesn't make him go back.
Nope.
Interesting.
And then I'll just keep going.
Okay.
That's fun.
As the rest of you, I assume, stop me if I'm wrong, as the rest of you one by one proceed through this room, no effect to the rest of you as this light descends and comes back up. As you start to move through the room, you do see that about 10, 15 feet ahead of you, the hallway hooks to your right, heading west.
Onward and upward.
Keep
Hopefully
going
upward.
forward, giving Petra the help action to investigate.
Okay. Continuing down the hallway.
Right, Mia?
Anything before you actually peek around the corner, or are you just proceeding?
Adventure is out there.
Excelsior.
Again, with a 17, starting to get a little disconcerting now. This same uniform material, with no sign of any junctions or joints or welds or anything. It is like this place was formed out of this material as one contiguous piece. Continuing on around the corner.
Yes, please.
As you step around the corner, you see,
Oh no.
leading out ahead of you, 2 more of these circular chambers with pulsing blue gems in the middle of them. You can see from your vantage point that it does appear that out of the first circular chamber, another hallway might lead back to the north, and there does seem to be another hallway between the 2 circular chambers.
Petra takes a deep sigh and starts to tiptoe forward.
Tiptoeing forward into the room. Yes?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry.
You do see that there is indeed a hallway that stretches to the north, and you can see through your dark vision, you can see your 30-foot radius in black and white. But you do notice that at this point, and then beyond the radius of your dark vision, further north at this point, there is a dim source of illumination shining from the left side of the hallway.
Okay. Petra is going to turn back and say, this hallway has a couple of turns. One of you stay here. I want to check out the other hallways or whatever.
I don't think we should split up.
At all. No, that's a bad
Yeah, I
idea.
agree.
I think we should all hold hands.
I
That's
immediately
fine
grabbed
then. I love
Titus's
holding
hand.
hands. Aw, this is adorable. You're so cute. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. We'll hold hands, but I want to check out the other hallways if there are any before we take one.
Let's go.
Titus,
Onward and
can you
upward.
bring back Ned?
It'd take an hour.
Let's not wait an hour. I want to get
No,
out of
thank
here.
you. I do miss Ned though. I would like to visit him again soon. Onward. Okay.
I can send someone up there.
Which direction?
Petra's leading.
This direction.
And
Left.
also, you guys did just hear Titus out of nowhere say, I can send someone up there.
What do you mean send someone up there,
Yeah,
bud?
who?
30 feet up the tunnel, I popped myself into being there.
Okay. So you guys watch as Titus essentially steps out of himself. Like a perfect copy of Titus steps out of himself and just kind of like pops into being 30 feet up the hallway.
Excuse me? When were you gonna? You're just now showing us this party trick?
It's a new ability that comes with my casting. It's
Oh,
me, but it's a probable me.
Is it corporeal? Can you like make out with yourself?
Of course.
I mean, just
I mean,
curious.
You can technically do that anyway, but never mind.
Xanthan does just look at Exegora like,
It's important.
Felix
Now-
looked at Xanthion like, what? He's not wrong.
Yes,
I-
well, okay. So, I mean, if he gets killed, do you die? I guess not.
That's still, I'm still learning this. I just got this, guys. And
Okie dokie.
I
well,
have to stay within 30 feet of it and send it on up there and kind of follow behind with everybody in tow or Petra in the
Okay.
lead. Just kind of pushing Petra. Just stay with me, but let that thing go up there.
All right. Well, what do you see? Can you see what it sees?
Yes.
Okay.
So are you looking through?
Yeah. I'm going to look through the other one's eyes.
So you look through the Echo's eyes and at this point realize you can't see shit because you don't have dark vision and you're relying on the light cantrip to give you what vision you have.
Cast light.
Is that 20 and 20?
Yeah, 20 and 20.
Yeah.
Christian, did you ever get your computer working?
Yes.
Good. Wonderful. Wunderbar.
Wunderbar.
So creeping up the hallway.
With my stealth, you want me to roll it, or is there?
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
14.
14. Okay. Continuing on. Slowly, moving at half speed, so 15 feet per round. Oh, here, let me put you down.
I just saw the cat's paw on the bottom part of the screen, just reaching up, like, give me attention.
Yeah. Very, very much so.
Petra's casting motivational speech.
Okay.
She so that gives you guys 5 temporary hit points, and you have a advantage on wisdom saving throws.
So is there anything that you, Aaron, would like to say that Petra says in her motivational speech? If not, don't worry about it. I'm just giving you the opportunity.
Yeah. She says, "Oh, hey, by the way, you all look really good in red and blue lighting." And that's all. That's it.
So over the course of a minute, Petra expounds upon how great you guys look in red and blue lighting. And then you're like, "Aw, thanks." And everybody gains 5 hit points. Or sorry, 5 temporary hit points. So under your hit points on your D&D Beyond character sheet, give yourself 5 temporary hit points.
And advantage on wisdom saving throws. So
Okay, so and
How long's that last, Patrick?
Ever.
1 hour. Forever.
all right, continuing upwards as your echo gets to this point, looking through down this other opening toward the west, you can see, similar to that same plane of blue light, but larger and brighter and constant in a hallway that leads into a larger room. The source of light just kind of this, whatever it is, this plane of energy that is holding its space in this hallway and beyond a room with these exceptionally bizarre creatures slinking about in this other chamber.
What do they look like?
Okay, hold on just 1 second. So they stand about 5.5, 6 feet tall. Their flesh is this bizarre pockmarked greenish gray. Their proportions are just bizarrely out of anything that resembles normalcy. There's a definite uncanny valley here where they're almost humanoid, but it's like one of their hands, as the arm goes down, their hand will shrivel up to just like this tiny little nub of a hand, whereas the other arm grows larger as it goes down their arm, the arm about 3 feet longer than it should be. And at the end, where the fingers spread in the middle, instead of a flat palm, like a globule of flesh with a mouth. that has teeth bared and a rib cage that the flesh is pulled tight across the rib cage so that you can count each individual rib. And then as it continues down the abdomen,
Titus
you-
immediately starts backing up, going, nope, 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 nope.
Quietly.
And I
I
come
don't
back to
fuck with
myself,
you.
but like, nope, nope, nope.
Are you dismissing the echo or
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I just immediately dismiss him and be like, that is horrible. That is horrible.
Alrighty. Next
did I
hallway then.
Did I just get rid of your guys?
Yes.
Did everything just go black for you guys? I thought so.
Yes.
Hold on. Sorry, just 1 second. I was
Just
only
dim.
trying.
So nothing good up there?
Or bees.
They look like some mutated form of goblin or that is 8 foot tall. And baby arms and giant arms. No. I don't want to go that way.
Mm.
I was about to ask Shannon if one of them was shirt cocking it, with baby legs, but no, they weren't.
Thank you, Titus. Can you do that again for the next hallway? Till we find a safe hallway.
Which way did you want to go, Shannon? Is it the unlimited one or so many times a day?
We're gonna do the quantum echo. So we are you can just keep popping them in.
Okay, the 1 hit point one.
Yep.
Yes, I can keep.
I can just cast invisibility and go check myself without.
I
That
can
would be
just sneak up
safer.
there. I mean, I'm pretty quiet when I want to be.
I mean, I'm not a dictatorship. You all do what you want.
All right, this next time I'm going to sneak up there with his projection or whatever it's called.
Say what
Love
now?
the teamwork.
I'm going to sneak up. If he proceeds to cast the
Here?
projection again and look up that way, I'm going to go with it and look around myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going down this hallway now.
Yeah, let's go see what's that way.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. You guys did see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So, Titus, are you casting that down that way?
Yeah.
Okay. So do I
And
just need to roll?
can I put it on the other side of the tunnel? Since it's 30 feet away, I can put it.
Yeah, you can bring it up wherever you want to.
Well, if I could put it there and there's something up there, then I could at least maybe see down the other side. But no, Exagora's wanting to stay with me, so I'll stay with him.
Okay.
So roll a stealth check.
Yep. Roll me a stealth check.
Hang on.
Oh.
It says advantage. It says normal roll, advantage, disadvantage, roll twice, thrice, super advantage, super disadvantage.
Just a straight roll.
Normal roll, okay.
Yep. So you rolled a 28. And
Oh,
is your echo attempting to be stealthy as well?
No, that was
Titus?
his roll.
Yeah.
I rolled a 36. No, I didn't. 24. Yeah, sorry.
24. Okay.
Sorry, I was adding the 12 when I shouldn't have.
24 and a 28. Okay. So quiet as a tomb. The two of you continue down this hallway. Seeing that and there is this same pale glow coming from this hallway that branches out again northward about 10 feet ahead of you.
Mhm.
Proceeding on.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm actually going to stack in the same space. So you get to the corner and you do see again this same Exagora seeing this now for the first time, this blue plane of energy that just occupies the entirety of the hallway. As you get up to the corner, kind of shoulder to shoulder with this copy of Titus.
Right.
You can see the chamber open up about 10 feet down the hallway, and you catch just a glimpse of a form standing in the hallway.
In the hallway or in the
No,
room?
in the room, sorry, in the room beyond.
Okay. Can I tell,
Now-
is the blue barrier like just in the hallway, or does it extend on into the room? Is it just like a?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
A 10. Hard to tell, but
Right.
you know that it is at least in the hallway.
Okay.
You can see from your vantage point, Titus and Exagora, you can both see that inside of this room, the material, which is the same like mineral metal hybrid, is like gashed and scratched and chipped away in various places across the floor, across the walls on the far corner that you can see.
The figure that I saw, I mean,
You're basically just, without popping your head around the corner, you can see that there is a figure standing in the room.
okay.
You can't make out anything without like peeking around.
And it would be a situation where if I did, it would see me. Assuming it was looking not at the back wall or something.
It could. I mean, you can attempt to do it stealthily.
All right, do that.
Okay. Go ahead. We'll actually just carry over the 24 because that's an excellent roll.
Okay. Thank you.
Popping your head around, you do notice as you come around the corner, this figure standing in the middle of the room, facing straight at you. Because at this moment, you notice you are trying to stealthily sneak alongside someone who has light cast on them.
Oh,
And is illuminating 40 feet of light in this pitch blackness.
Wait. No, I dismissed the one that had the light.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Yep.
All right. So then never mind.
And I should tell you, by the way, I because of my, it's probably too late now, but because of my boots, I do get advantage on all stealth checks. I rolled a normal.
I believe that rely only on sound.
Oh, okay.
This was more than just sound. You're trying to
Sure,
not
sure.
be
Yeah,
noticed.
I wasn't sure.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So there is a figure in the room, and since the light cantrip does not give you away, I will say that it has. Let me check one thing real quick. Yeah. Standing in the midst of this room, there is this humanoid form, about 6 feet tall, muscular, naked, completely pitch black, like not black skinned, like actually like pitch black form. And as you start to try to make out the shape of this thing, and you see its musculature, its shoulders, its torso.
So like a shadow person type.
You notice that it's wispy at the edges. And as it stands there, you notice its incredibly long claws. First of all, fingers that are about 3 times longer than they should be. So each finger itself, probably a good, 10, 12 inches long.
Right.
Then on top of that, another 6 to 12 inches of claw coming out of that.
Good God.
And you also notice the most peculiar thing about this is that its head seems to like float about where its neck should be, as if disembodied.
Can't actually see a space, but it's just sort of doing that.
Right.
I got you. Stealthily back up out of there and go back to the group.
Is the echo following, Titus?
I'm gonna keep going.
Let me
So
separate
look down
you
the other way.
guys.
Actually, I probably should have done that. While he's doing that, just to fill everybody in on what I saw.
Okay.
And then Titus is checking a little further. He'll be right back. Or do you know what I mean?
Okay. So the echo is blind.
Once I get to here, is that clicking? Does
Yep.
everybody see that? I'll use light.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna see if that's a dead end or not.
As you get to there, you see that the hallway from this circular chamber stretches to the north and to the south. Roll me an investigation check.
14.
14. There is another plaque in this room. Exagora, roll me a perception check.
Right.
Is it still the gibberish? Because I know Elvish.
Yes, Elvish script doesn't say anything in Elvish. And Exagora, as you return to the circular hallway or the circular chamber with the rest of the party, I will delete your individual token now because you've rejoined the party. You notice that actually against this wall,
Right.
there is another plaque that you guys did not notice as you entered the circular chamber because your back would have been to it.
Okay. Who was it that read the first one?
Petra.
Petra. And point to it and show her, check it out. Walk up to it myself and see what it says as well.
So Exagora points over your shoulder and you turn, Petra, and notice another one of those plaques with deep speech.
Dokie, what's it say?
It says, now entering Alpha Sector.
Guys, congratulations. We made it to Alpha Sector. She whispers to the party.
I'm gonna dismiss my guy where he's at.
I just want to get the hell out of here, Sector.
Maybe.
And then once I dismiss him as Green God over here, I'm gonna be like speaking to the ceiling. How do I get to the surface? Could you please remind me?
Roll me another performance check because now you're trying to sound like him again.
Yes. 17.
Is the DC lower because it's already done it once?
Let's see here.
Really digging here.
I will do a lucky if I have to.
Well, I mean, that's a failure.
Okay.
I'll just flat out tell you. Now, does Lucky let you re-roll skill checks?
How do I click this over to you?
Should be somewhere that says something about display on virtual tabletop or something. Ability check, saving throw, or
attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws.
All right. Cool. All righty. So what specifically are you saying?
Could you remind me how to venture back to the surface? I'm a bit lost, please.
Executive commands must be given in the administrative office in New Sector.
How do I get to new sector? Do I have to roll again? Okay.
Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I had to clear my voice. So I'm not talking to you in that one. No, this is going to carry over for this entire interaction. Once this interaction ends, I would make you roll again. I'm not going to make you roll every time you say something in one conversation because that's pedantic. Proceed west from your current location to the next weave interface node. Then turn south. Then proceed southeast.
Guys, I have no idea which way is west. We've been underground for almost 2 days.
Well, it said the next interface node. Can we see that one from where we are?
Yeah, because these give off light. You can
Yeah.
see it from where you are.
It must be that one. It means we all have to cross in front of that corridor where that thing is, but maybe we just be quiet.
I'm assuming that the blue glowy things are doors. I'm hoping.
Yeah, maybe.
So we need to go to this one.
I'd still rather it not see us.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
to go there and then go south and then go. What was it? I need to write that down.
Southeast.
West, south, then southeast.
Yeah.
Is that what everybody wants to do?
Yeah, I don't think having the two disguises is the two people in front with disguises is gonna super help at this point.
So
As-
Petra can cast invisibility at 4th level and get, I think, 2 other people. Is that math right? Let me tip it over. I don't know if I'm understanding that correctly. You can target
Yeah. So
additional
at fourth level, you can target 3 people, and you
3
can be
people?
one of the people.
Okay. Is that cool with you guys? I can.
I can help
Um,
and do the others.
Don't the nodes attack you when you cast spells?
Yes,
It's 1 spell. I'll be
It's 4th
fine.
level.
we could cast it not next to a node, maybe.
Yeah.
We can go right there. Maybe.
Is that what the party wants to do?
Following Petra's lead. We need somebody to
Okay.
blame it on.
My cat
For
votes in
sure. Yeah,
support
yeah.
of
You know
Petra.
what? I'm leaning into it. I'm confident in my abilities and my invisibilities. Thank
Okay.
you.
Wait, before we cast a spell in that room, I wanna point out, when we walked into that room, it like the plane came up and wiped away, I'm assuming illusions. There might be
She's
other
just
rooms
getting
that do that.
she's just going around the corner. Hopefully, she's just hoping it's far enough away. So like right there.
Right there. Okay.
Yeah. Not beyond the threshold,
Okay.
if that's cool. She's gonna
And
cross her fingers and cast it on herself. And can she like hesitate before she does 2 other people just to make sure it's not?
it's
Well, I
all
mean,
3 hit
she
at the
doesn't
same
want it to
casting.
hit them. Okay.
So far, you know, because you have cast a spell. You cast mass healing word that affected
Oh,
6
okay.
people, but it only targeted the caster. You know that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, yes. She's just gonna cast it and hold her breath.
Okay. Who are the other 2?
Morlow, probably. And gosh. Xanthion, maybe? Because Exagora, you're stealthy, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good.
Felix, but Felix, you're squishy.
I would do it on Felix. Xanthion would say do Felix.
Okay. She's gonna boop Morlow and Felix.
Okay. So Morlow, Felix, and Petra targeted by the invisibility spell. Now, here is my question. Like, you guys aren't all standing in that spot. Like, is the rest of the party huddling around the corner back toward this room? Or are you staying in the circular chamber?
I would have stayed in the circular chamber.
Okay.
Stayed in the circular.
Okay.
I would say the 3 people that needed the spell casted on them would go around the corner.
Yeah.
Okay. So those of you who remain behind as Petra casts invisibility, you do see the bright starburst of shining blue motes that then coalesce back into an arc of energy that shoots forward and plants into the wall that acts as a barrier between the crystal and where Petra is standing. And just kind of like arcs like harmlessly off of that material.
Gotcha.
Good to know.
Felix, Morlo, and Petra, you are invisible. You just watch, the rest of you just watch as they disappear.
I'm going to say out loud, you all might want to hold hands if you can
Aw,
find each
yes,
other's
please.
hands.
Petra just starts spinning around wildly, trying to search for them. Oh, hey, chill out, bro.
Xanthion's gonna say, I don't think the marching order has a lot to say, so I'm willing to lead again if you guys want me to. But if you're more comfortable in your disguise leading, that's okay too. I don't think the 3 invisible people should be in front because it looks suspicious that we're all walking super slowly.
Exagora should probably lead because he's the stealthiest.
Yeah, I can lead if you want. It's fine.
All right, so hold
Plus,
on.
I'm apparently protected. I don't know how far in, but
I think we're all protected now.
Well, yeah.
Xanthion will verify that.
Did it say that to everybody? Yeah.
It just said registered.
I don't think we should assume that we're protected down here.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask the voice what Xanthion Lightfoot's credentials are.
Xanthion Lightfoot is registered as visitor.
It's
Okay,
the same as I had.
same as Exagora.
Alright.
Can I give Xanthion Lightfoot the same access as mine, please?
Roll a performance check.
Can I use my inspiration to make him reroll that?
No.
Dang.
Can I try it?
Hold on. I've got. I'm gonna spend another luck. This is the last luck I'm doing on this voice, guys.
That's fine.
And then performance again. Nope. I might
Dang.
die. This thing might kill me.
Let me try it. So I basically do.
Unauthorized voice print recognized. Please state your name.
Yeah, now you gotta register.
3,
Going
2,
to
1.
Titus.
Titus registered.
Oh my gosh. I didn't like that at all.
I'm sick of this down here. Either let's
Wait.
go.
Real
Xanthion
quick.
just starts walking
Hang on.
out.
Give Gringotts access level to Xanthion in Gringotts' voice.
Let's just not. Let's just go. Let's just
No, I
run.
don't want to. Just Xanthion's just gonna walk
Let's just
away. He
go.
doesn't want the access.
Did it?
This feels. Why is everyone trying to give it to him?
Let's just go.
Oh God.
Y'all, I'm
What
gonna have
did
a
you-
panic attack.
Which direction are you walking?
Towards the other node that he
Okay.
told us to head towards.
As you go, Exagora, 18 on performance.
Sadly, yeah.
Would it recognize Exagora?
Insufficient credentials.
Yeah.
Access denied.
So I'm good either way. Yeah. Okay. So just following.
I'm not gonna try to give myself better credentials because my performance is dog.
So continuing on.
I will remind everybody to be careful past the corridor before we get close to it.
Yeah, that's okay. Are we attempting to move stealthily through past this hallway, or what's
I
the
am.
plan? Okay, so I need everyone to roll me a stealth check, please.
Ooh. 21.
Okay,
I rolled
so,
a 1.
so that is 2 failures.
Are the
But-
invisible folk rolling with advantage?
Those with invisibility are rolling with advantage. Petra, don't worry about it. You rolled a nat 20, which cancels out the nat 1.
Cool.
Felix and Morlo both roll with advantage. 22 is a success. $17 is a success.
Yeah, because I had disadvantage on it because of my armor. There was no way to roll it without the disadvantage part. So
Oh, so yeah, with your advantage and disadvantage, it's a straight roll. We would take the first roll, which is a 17.
okay.
Morlo, give me one more roll because you're rolling an advantage. A 10 is a failure. So that is 3 failures, 2, 3,
I got a 21.
4 successes. So 4 successes, 3 failures. You pass as a group.
Woo.
Sneaking past into the next circular chamber with the next node.
I immediately go south. I want to ask the voice. Do the barriers keep things in or out? Or that's the same question. Does it keep the things in the room?
Insufficient credentials. Access denied. From this vantage point, as you reach the room, you do see that from this room, there are corridors leading north, which goes about 20 feet before elbow hooking to the left, heading west. To the south, from your vantage point, you can see about 15 feet down the hallway, a corridor that leads off of the main branch, heading southeast, and then continuing further south about about 45 feet, which would actually be further than you can see with your dark vision. But because of the illumination of another one of those barriers, you do see another room open up that from this vantage point looks to be just saturated with gore and vitriol and an assortment of just macabre bad stuff happened in this room. Bad stuff
It said
happened in
south
this room.
and southeast, right?
Yeah,
I
we
just
gotta go
quick-
down that side one.
I just quickly like hook around.
All right, so moving this way, you guys head down the southeast corridor into a room that opens up. And although the material is now the same, immediately the first sense of anything resembling creature comforts as before you on the floor, an ornate woven rug with this intricate weaving pattern of interconnected lines as 3 bookshelves line the south wall.
I don't trust this rug. If I know anything from past experience.
I mean,
Screw this
one,
rug.
some of us
You're
would have to
telling
have
me.
stepped on it if we're all filing into the room. So some of us have already stepped on the rug.
Felix turns in the direction of Petra and just goes, "You're telling me."
That's true.
Yes,
And-
screw this rug.
Oh, okay.
Nice
Emma's not here.
callback. Nice
Thank
callback.
you. Yeah,
Fe-
screw this rug.
Inspiration?
Felix gets inspiration. Yes. Throwbacks to previous encounters is a soft spot for me.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna just casually peruse the bookshelves while we're sort of standing here.
So you guys have not made it into the room yet, just so
okay,
you
never
know. You guys are kind of just like starting the first group, the first part of the marching order is just starting to turn the corner down and get this view. You do notice, Petra, another plaque against this wall as it begins to diverge from the main corridor that says now entering new sector, and that is NU, not NEW.
Congratulations, guys, we made it. Petra whispers. She also whispers, "Don't fucking step on the rug."
So continuing down into the room, you can see that the room opens up a bit, and coming down to the threshold of the rug itself is pretty big, probably 15 by 8, just kind of laid out at the entryway of this chamber. And then further ahead, you can see in the chamber another rug of a significantly different design, with a desk sitting on it with papers and other effects scattered about the desk. The bookshelf lined with neatly organized leather-bound tomes. And
I cast fireball on the rug.
No,
I'm,
no, 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 no,
I'm
no, no.
kidding. I'm kidding. I don't have fireball. I don't even
Xanthion
have that
tackles
spell.
Titus as he starts to
You
I
do
will-
that fireball.
nice,
as he
nice.
starts to cast it.
Sorry,
Xanthion's
I had to do that.
It would be on brand for our party to just walk in and start catching things on fire.
So not stepping on the rug. Is anybody purposefully stepping on the rug?
not gonna avoid it.
Petra's
right.
totally avoiding it. She's eyeballing it.
So Petra like hugs the wall around. And as you kind of like hug the wall, Xanthion just kind of like walks straight across the rug. Xanthion,
Yeah.
I need you to do nothing because it's just a rug.
I was never gonna
love
trust
that.
another
Yeah.
rug. I was never gonna trust another rug after that.
How much HP do you have now?
Okay.
0 now.
You are eyeballing the bookshelves, Exagora.
I am. Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a perception or investigation check.
Can I eyeball that? The chest that looks like it has a skull on it?
Yeah, one thing at a time. One
Yeah,
thing at a
I'm
time.
just I'm just naming my intentions.
Staring
Perception
at the
or
chest.
investigation?
Perception or investigation, your choice.
Okay, and perception it is. Come on, something. Ah, I see a shelf.
I mean, it's
Pretty dope shelf.
it is lined with books. The books that have titles are on extremely esoteric subjects. There's a lot of arcana here. There's a lot of religion here. There's a lot of ancient history here. And there seems to be a lot of arcana, religion, and ancient history that are not native to this world. Also, find it.
Does anything appear to be particularly useful or stand out? This is particularly odd.
What would Exagora consider to be notable or odd?
That's a good question. I guess he would consider anything pertaining to, if it was mentioned his race, tiefling, if it mentioned what was the name of that of the mansion that I was originally?
Gray Fate Manor.
Yeah, if it mentioned Gray Fates at all, or if it mentioned anything that Xanthion mentioned about where he was, the that place. Sorry, I can't pull it up in my head.
For this, because you're looking now for specific things, I'll ask you to switch over to an investigation roll.
Okay. Did that do it? It did. Oh, how about that?
What do we get? 14?
Yep. Or anything just looks like weirdly old. You know what I mean? That too.
You do, actually, you do come across with a 14. There is a book that is entitled Recorded History of the Grey Fate Lineage.
I will be taking that.
All right.
Is it in? Well, I can. Never mind. Of course, I can read it. You just said that. Yeah, I'll be taking that.
Okay. So you pull it off of the shelf. It is an old leather-bound tome that looks to be of handwritten pages.
Okay.
Probably about an inch and a half thick for the pages, not counting the binding. What else did you say specifically you were looking for?
It was anything regarding Tiefling race, regarding the place that Xanthion's vision was. I can't think of the name. Or anything that just looks abnormally old, like a really ancient book of some kind. Those three things.
Nothing particularly, nothing specifically about, you said Titus's race?
No,
Or
Tiefling.
Felix's?
No,
No.
my race, the Tiefling, and then it would be where Xanthion's vision was, that location.
Oh, okay, got it. Yep.
Yeah,
Nothing,
and also
nothing
anything
about,
really-
nothing about Vonenheim.
Yeah, that's it.
Lots of reading specifically about tieflings and about infernal legacies and being infernally touched. Quite a bit of reading on things of an infernal nature.
Okay. Sorry it's taking so long, guys. Anything jump out to me as being something I would really want to know outside of just generic,
Outside of finding something specifically about the Grey Fate line,
Okay.
You don't notice anything specific about anything that you have specifically requested or
Sure.
anything that seems of interest to you. There is one thing notable. The shelves themselves are of a particularly fine craftsmanship. And there is burnished into the top mantle of the bookshelf. It's like individual shelves, but then the top mantle has like a bit of ornate, I don't know what it's called, but basically the top shelf is like larger than it needs to be and then kind of comes down in a semicircle to
Yeah.
give room for a burnishing. And let me show you what you see there. Let's see. Sorry, I thought I had this ready. So like in this circular like area along the top shelf there's this burnishing of this symbol in this
Okay.
circle of wood. A symbol that you have never seen before.
Okay.
But each one of the three are similar.
The similar symbol on each bookshelf.
The exact same symbol on
Okay.
each of the bookshelves. The bookshelves are of the same.
Right.
Felix.
Anybody recognize this?
Sorry, hold on.
Yep.
While you are doing this, Felix,
Yes,
as
senor.
you enter the room and pass by this rug that has been made such a fuss over, the rug. This rug is my chair from Critical Role. Matt Mercer, I know your pain. This rug is of a celestial pattern. Like the design is celestial in nature.
Interesting. Are there any? Oh God, it's kind of like not hieroglyphics, not anything like that, but kind of how in say Celtic tapestry storytelling, how sometimes the patterns denote stories or messages. Is there anything like that in this?
Yes, the symbology is specifically meaningful from a celestial origin. I would say give me a religion check with a fairly high DC if you want to know specifically what this is denoting.
There we go.
16.
16.
You know enough to know that it is of cultural significance in celestial circles. As far as what specific legend, you haven't really read up enough. Through your readings of those of celestial heritage, that is what has given you this idea that this weaving of lines in and out of each other, and the specific angles and geometry of these knots in this rug are something of importance to the celestial bent, but you're not sure what it is.
Huh.
Can
Anyway.
I say I started casting detect magic
Are you casting it as a ritual, or are you casting it as a
ritual?
As a
It'll
ritual,
take a
okay.
while.
So that's 10 minutes and 6 seconds, I believe.
Yeah. That's
Um,
what I'm doing.
So have we've moved into the room?
I
Right.
assume so, correct? Because Xanthion said he was going over to check out the chest.
Can I go check out the desk?
Yes. So, okay. I'm just going to give a general description of what you guys are encountering in the room, because I'm not going, and instead of nailing it down to individuals, because that'll take too long. The rug in the center of the room, as Exagora, actually, as you come in to ask people if they are aware of anything specifically that you've just noticed on the bookshelf, just as Felix noticed that the rug in the entryway is of a celestial bent, you, as a tiefling, immediately pick up on the fact that the rug that the desk sits on is of an infernal design. The desk that sits upon it, let's see. Sorry, that's not accurate. It is not infernal. It is demonic. But as a tiefling, you would inherently know that.
Sure.
The desk itself is rough hewn, of a very sturdy wood, not particularly ornate, whereas everything else in this room is particularly ornate. The desk itself looks made for function over form and is just exceptionally strong. The chair that sits by the desk is an iron throne. Framing either side of the chair, to the left and to the right, there are two statues. That most of you have seen before.
I haven't. Have I?
You have never seen this before.
Yeah.
Most of you saw similar statues in the tomb of Neomachius. Felix, you have seen the live version of these things in Bright Hollow, fighting alongside Obed Valaxian. On the far side of the room, against the west wall, the east wall, there is a chest, a footlocker, made of a dark wood, bound in with bandings of dark iron, with relief carvings of skulls, of torture scenes, of deeply disturbing imagery, across the lid of the chest and down its sides. Inverted crucifixions, people being drawn and quartered, nasty stuff depicted on this. As you cross over to the chest, Xantheon, you notice that there is also a circular room to the south of the main office area here. The entirety of which is lined in a circular desk that has a matter of esoteric instruments upon it. And in the center of this room, unlike the other circular chambers that you have come across in this area, whatever it is, in the center of this, there is not a glowing blue gem. There is instead on the floor a circle of runes that softly glows and pulses. What's your passive arcana?
11.
Roll me an arcana check.
Okay.
If you're trying to determine what that is, if you're focusing only on the chest. Never
As soon
mind.
as I see that, I would have 18.
18. This is a teleportation circle, a permanent teleportation circle.
Hey guys, I think I found a way out. If we're able to use this.
Xantheon has said he thinks he's found a way out. Is anybody in the party responding? You all are like against your whatever has tickled your fancy at this point, but at this point, Xantheon's words have broken the silence in this area.
Felix looks up, but he's busy sort of looking over the papers and the books on the desk.
Yeah, give me a second. I'll be in there.
Do you
I'm gonna
think
go over to the chest. Does it look like I can? Is there a lock to pick?
I would not open that chest? And if
Okay.
Xantheon sees you walking towards it, he's gonna say that.
Okay.
What do I have to stick my head in to get out?
I'm not interrupting my casting detect magic.
Gotcha. So, all right. So Xantheon's comment that he thinks he's found a way out has kind of been heard, registered, and kind of tabled for the moment. Felix, you are checking out the desk itself, which, as I had described, is a rough-hewn, sturdy, kind of like a butcher's table. No signs of butchery having occurred on this, but just think of more as like a flat slab with like rough-hewn timbers as the four legs, across which are spread out a number of papers, books from obviously from the bookshelf because the bindings match some of those that you passed by to get in this room. Various diagrams, various bits of information, and then one thing that seems particularly out of place, which is a blank, smooth, rectangular slab of gray slate. Rectangular, but it bulges in the middle. Kind of hard to describe, but just imagine taking a rectangle about the size of a clipboard, and then just imagine that the two sides kind of just bulge out, rounded slightly on the sides. Other than that, completely smooth, completely featureless. That is the one thing that catches your attention as being out of place. Everything else strewn about the desk here in front of the Iron Throne seems to be personal effects of someone.
Any, like, can I tell, like, a personal journal of some kind or anything like that?
There are no personal journals. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check at this point.
Okay.
11?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll use the inspiration. Why not?
Okay, sure.
Come on, don't let me down. 14.
14. Enough to notice that what is on this desk doesn't seem to be anything that was recorded by hand of a personal nature. This seems to be reading material. Like there are different books laid out, the scrolls that are laid out, excuse me, are just like various diagrams. You do see there are quite a few diagrams having to do with the crafting or the resurrecting of undead. not resurrecting. It's not truly resurrection, but the animation of undead.
Mhm.
A lot of magic having to do with infernal names. There is a lot of what languages does Felix speak?
Celestial, Common, Dwarven, and Elvish.
Okay, so several languages that you cannot read here, but there are several, just judging by the diagrams, like lots of information of a diabolical nature, lots of information of an infernal nature, and lots of information having to do with the undead. And about at this point, Petra, you having followed Felix over to the desk, notice the rectangular slab of slate. And with a 23 in investigation, what would you like to know?
She recognizes it as, I don't know, she's gonna sniff it,
Okay.
obviously.
It smells like strangely clean, like a sort of like not stinging the nostrils, but that weird like acrid smell of too much like cleaner, maybe a slight bleach smell to it.
Uh, it's just completely blank.
Just completely blank.
She's gonna touch it. She's gonna poke it with her little claw, little fingernail.
So you
You
poke
tap it.
Nothing happens.
Does it sound hollow or anything when she taps it?
Nope. Sounds solid.
Okay, she presses really hard on it.
So you guys watch as the cat swipes something off the desk in true cat. No, you just swat at it. It just slides across the desk, kind of ruffling some of the papers as it slides across.
Okay, she's just gonna put it in her pocket.
Okay. So you grab it, pick it up, put it in your pocket. As you pick it up, the surface completely blank. Out of the surface, as if elevating from out of water, the outline of a hand.
Oh no.
Handprint authentication required.
I think I'm gonna pass. Anyone else want to try?
Just put it down.
Just put it down.
Petra just checks it. Just kind of like tinks.
Okay. And tosses it back onto the desk.
I'm not feeling lucky today.
Am I close enough to see like what's going? I mean, like I can read Infernal. So am I aware that enough to decide to get my attention to go over there and check it out? Or because I know I mentioned something about the chest a minute ago.
You are actually on your way to check out the chest as this happens, and you hear that voice say, handprint authentication required.
Okay. Well, I mean, I would walk over to the table and see what the crap's going on.
Yeah, this is kind of like just as you've hunkered down to like investigate the chest, and this has happened to draw your attention away.
Was there any writing on the chest, just by the by?
No writing at all.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. So at that point, if I saw anything written in Infernal on the table, I would go leafing through it all to see kind of what I'm looking at.
There are some diagrams that are labeled in Infernal. What you can see here is mostly there are lots of different instructions on the conjuring of devils, of like pulling infernal spirits from the nine hells and manifesting them in the material plane, that sort of thing. A lot of conjuration magic.
Does that occur to me that that could explain what I saw earlier with the fingers?
With the fingers.
The
No,
12-inch
okay.
fingers and
Yeah. Nah, I mean, that's nothing you've ever seen before.
at this point, anything that I can read like that I'm fairly certain nobody else can, I'll just take it and stick it in the book that I had to keep it all together, carry it and take it with me.
I mean, it's all sort of just esoterica, not
Okay.
being particularly interested in arcana as
Okay.
Exagora is. Nothing that really strikes your fancy.
Are there drawers in the desk or is it literally just a table?
Literally just a table.
Okay. So I just make the comment, well, whoever has this is trying to conjure demons, it looks like. Or no, devils, demons. Which would it be, Shannon?
Devils.
It's trying to learn how to conjure devils and bring them into our plane, so that can't be good. And then go back over to the chest.
Okay, so you go over to the chest and kneel down. What are you looking for specifically?
Looking for well, you already said there's no writing, so looking for sort of mechanically how it's put together. Is there just like a padlock? Is there some sort of mechanism? Is it does it do I mean, can I tell anything about it at all as far as a piece of
Okay, so
of
just
craftsmanship?
just looking at it, there is a lock. It is not a padlock. The lock is built into.
Right.
So yeah, there is a lock. Is that all you're looking for? Is if there is a lock?
Just examine the whole thing, I guess, and see if anything is notable besides just the disturbing, art.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an investigation check. Titus, at about this point, you have completed ritually casting Detect Magic.
I'm just gonna start investigating the room with Detect Magic.
Okay, there is a faint magical aura about both rugs.
How is that a 4?
There is a faint magical aura. Obviously, there is a strong magical aura coming from the teleportation circle. There is a stronger magical aura coming from the chest that is along that Exagora is examining right now. And there is an aura coming from the blank slate slab of slate that Petra fucked around with for a little while. Unlike the other magical auras in this room, this magical aura around the slate pulses, reminiscent to the pulsing light of the Weave interface nodes.
I'm going to look at Exagora while he's investigating that chest and be like, I'd be very careful. That is a magical chest. And then I'm going to walk over to that tablet thing and put Gringott's hand on it since I'm changed into him.
Okay, so you pick it up. Handprint authentication required. And you place your hand or you dig out the mummified Gringalt from your haversack?
Yeah, let's go with authentic. Let's get mummified Gringott in the haversack and see what it does.
Okay. So you guys watch as Titus fishes out the mummified corpse from his haversack and picking up the slate again in one hand and the mummified forearm of the deep gnome in the other, placing the one in the middle. You hear handprint recognized. Gringald. Access granted. And at this point, the handprint melts back down into the blank slate surface, and in its place, rising up glyphs of elvish writing just flittering about the screen, like displaying information in a gibberish that you cannot read.
Petra, I need your magical eyes, please.
Hold on just 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Probably.
We should take the rugs. They're magical. They might be flying rugs. We can fly around like genies. We could sing a whole new world.
We should just leave with the teleportation circle before we get dead.
Yeah, that one's demonic too, so I'm not sure I want to take that one.
Usually a teleportation circle doesn't really work that way. A teleportation circle is to teleport to. No, I mean,
Maybe it's connected to another one that's not here.
maybe.
Hmm.
It's worth a try. I say we push Xanthion on there first. Let's see.
There you go.
He's about to walk on it anyway. He's getting impatient.
I really want to try to open that chest, but it's just I just can't. It's not a good idea.
It is such a bad idea.
Like if I could unlock it, I would try to open it with Mage Hand from like a,
If
way
I could-
back. But
If I could figure out, once I get to actually investigate it, I might could figure out what kind of spells on it. Because if it's just a lock spell, then that might be worth opening.
yeah, because I mean, there's obviously something significant in some way. Because here's the thing: Shannon mentioned the other session that he had, that he would spend so much time leading up to this and couldn't wait till we got here. So it's not just walking through, seeing a few things, grabbing a couple books, and then teleporting out. That's not whatever this is. It's not that.
Are you guys talking about the chest?
Yeah, but all of it basically. There has to be. It's either going to be something significant here or something.
Petra can cast knock. It worked on the last chest she did.
This is a demon chest though,
Oh.
and that
But-
concerns me a little bit.
Oh, right.
Yeah, me
So
too.
no go on the.
Well, if he can figure out what kind of magic is on it,
Mhm.
like if all, because I mean the rug is demonic as well, and we just walked on that. So
Well, detect magic would tell you what type of magic it is.
yeah. So wait, hang on. Do I have that?
Well, Titus has it up right now.
Yeah, that goes back to my previous statement.
Okay, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. I'm sorry. I forgot you're already cast as a ritual. So yeah, in that case. Yeah, and I've got it as a first level spell, so I would know what it did, so I can just be like, hey, come here a minute. And
I'm worried though that if that teleportation circle is connected somewhere else, what if it's like going to like hell?
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. So I don't just want to jump
Well,
into it. Like maybe we
yeah.
can find more information on it. I don't know. Plus two, I want to find out if there's anything else in the room. It looks like there's like a shelf full of stuff or something. I don't know. You guys are awesome, by the way. I haven't had this much fun role playing in a long time. So it's very cool.
Sam, what movie are you watching? Oh,
Logan, do you have a weird haircut or is that your headphones?
I hope it's my headphones. Maybe I just have a weird haircut.
Why can't it be both? No.
Turn back and look at Sam. Let me see. You got a weird haircut. It's okay.
It's a weird haircut. Yeah, that's right. My hair is weird. It doesn't do
I saw this
stuff well.
weird little tuff out and I was like, is that his microphone? I was like, no, his mic's on the other side.
Yeah, no, my hair's just weird.
That's okay. We're all weird here.
It'll be my only haircut I get for like the next year. So
Careful with that. That's addictive. Putting off haircuts. Next thing you know.
you just never get one again.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing.
I saw this
just
guy
give
on
How-
TikTok.
myself a haircut.
Saw this guy on TikTok. He hasn't shampooed his hair in a year.
See, now that's nasty. I don't
And
care
I'm
how
like,
short.
how does it not look greasy? And some guys like your hair just your body just balances out. And I'm like, I don't know. He showers like he showers. He just doesn't shampoo his
Right.
hair. And
Well,
I'm
I mean,
like,
like guys that have dreadlocks, that's how they do it. But
"Yeah,
I don't know. Like, and I've known
dreadlocks."
white guys with dreadlocks, but I don't know if that's how. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. I don't think I want to test that one.
I know you're not supposed to shampoo every day because it like dries out your hair, but
Right.
Jeez.
Your hair and your scalp.
not
both.
shampooing for a year.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't. No.
Sounds like well lubed hair then.
Yeah. Has a nice shiny coat for the winter. So, Christian, how long has it been since you had a haircut?
That's well, I mean, shouldn't say I haven't got a haircut. I go and get my ends trimmed up and
Right.
pruned, but since I had it down to buzz cut or medium length, yeah, it's been over 2 years now.
Gotcha. Yeah. Same here. It's been a little over 3.
I enjoy it, especially this time of year. A nice breeze rolls in and I don't, piss my pants because, no hair.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that bad down here, but yeah, I get you.
Oh my God. When I did St. Baldrick's the first time
Nightmares.
hair out. Oh, Lord have
Nightmares.
mercy. I walked out of Tanner Hall at Western and it's right at the bottom of a hill and it just all came down at once.
Western like Northwestern?
No, Western Illinois University over in
Okay.
Macomb.
Very cool.
It got the job done.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I had a couple friends that ended up going to Northwestern for their masters because that's a big conducting school.
Yeah.
But yeah, no man.
It was nice going to college in the middle of cornfields.
Excuse me. Middle of what?
Middle of cornfields.
Hmm. I wouldn't have thought they'd be. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. It's
wouldn't have-
Illinois. If you're not in Chicago, it's either trees or corn.
Yeah, like I would have guessed that was like too far north for
Hey,
corn, but I guess
we
not.
have soybeans too.
One of them.
Yeah, we have.
We also have some bizarre mystery crop out by Walmart that looks like a hybrid between corn and wheat. Has anybody seen that?
Yes, and I'm also equally confused.
Yeah, I don't know what it is and it disturbs me.
I have
Okay.
not.
So, you guys have
I just saw Shannon pour another beer and it's 10 o'clock. So are we going a while?
no, probably not.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I know. I want to keep going.
Okay, so you have called Petra over to because of this gibberish flashing across the screen. Petra, do you respond to the summons?
Indeed, I do.
Okay,
Petra
So-
sachets over.
okay. And Titus, you're just showing it to her.
Yeah, can you read this with your magical eyes, please? They're so beautiful.
Ew. Just give me the.
All right.
Um,
So you
Next
watch as
time, let me
these-
bend over before you kiss my ass.
So you look at the slate and you see these elvish characters kind of like raising up out of nowhere, just like the handprint did, just like emerging from the tablet itself. and just kind of flashing words over the screen. And it is gibberish to you as well. Not in the sense that you can't read it. It is indeed deep speech, but what it says makes absolutely no sense to you whatsoever. There's just all of these weird flashing messages that says like reticulating splines, accessing mainframe, all of this weird gobbledygook that these words make no sense to you. And then all of a sudden that all goes away and welcome, Gringald.
And the old Windows logo pops up on the screen.
If we wait long enough, will a screensaver come up and we can see if it hits the edge? Sorry. Do you convey that it says welcome, Gringott? You're the one reading it. Or is it speaking?
It literally says that out loud in the same disembodied voice you've heard this entire time.
Okay.
Does that mean I
But
gotta act like Gringott?
for once, it is now discernibly coming from the slate. For the first time, it is not like everywhere and nowhere. This voice is determinably coming from the slate.
Does everybody here agree that it's pretty important to get whatever information we can from this?
Yeah. And actually, Titus, I'd like you to look at this chest over here. I mean, I might be able to open it, but it may or may not be a good idea.
I bifurcate myself and put myself over there to help him while I decipher whatever this thing's saying. Can I do that?
No, because you have to choose whether. No, because you have to choose whether or not you're seeing through your eyes or your quantum echoes.
Okay.
You can tell your quantum echo to move without an action, but if you're actually looking, hearing, and speaking through your echo, you are blind, deaf, and dumb from in your actual physical body.
I'll go over there and help
Hey.
Exagora, and I'll cast Detect Magic and look at the chest.
It is definitely warded. There is a strong aura of God, I'm blanking on the word.
Abjuration?
No, it's evocation.
Okay. Oh.
Big bada boom.
Actually, sorry, evocation with wisps of necromancy swirling about the aura.
Just gonna look at Exagora and be like, yeah, let's just not worry about the chest.
That bad?
It's pretty bad.
Okay.
It's a strong aura too. Like,
I mean, like, I'm scared just standing next to it now. So I'm gonna go check out the teleportation circle.
Right. Hmm.
And then I go check out the teleportation circle. I just leave him there.
okay.
Exagora turns and sits on the chest. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't do that. I'll actually at this point follow him, follow Xanthion into the teleportation circle. Into the room.
I need your ass to roll a Constitution save.
No. Not falling for that again, Shannon McNally.
Again.
If you don't have inspiration, you have it now. Okay.
Can I choose to fail that?
Yeah.
So as you guys go to check out the teleportation circle, Titus, Petra, you actually are holding the slate. Titus, you are close enough to see what's going on it. There is nothing currently displayed. Is there anything that you guys want to do with it?
Display
Petra's
map
gonna-
of all nodes.
Sorry, Aaron, what were you saying?
Sorry.
Petra's holding the slate. She's gonna try saying access mainframe in deep speech and see what happens.
Okay, so simultaneously you guys say that. You say access mainframe.
And she wants to try to imitate Grimalt. Right?
Gringalt. Go ahead and
Gosh
roll.
darn it.
Go ahead and roll a performance check.
Okay. Oof.
Okay. I am the Belodex, the central mainframe and research database of this facility. No map of this facility is allowed to exist.
What is your function?
I am the Belodex, the central mainframe and research database of this facility.
Guys, what do you want to ask this thing?
Can we hear that in
What
there?
are the mind flayers?
First, to answer the question as the DM, yes, everyone is hearing this. This voice is coming from the slate.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mind flayers, aka the Lithids, an ancient race known to have ties to the far realm.
Ask it, what's the purpose of this facility?
And at this point on the slate itself, more characters raise, you see an outline of an illithid, like an illustration, and then different like information, which you can read, Petra, because you're holding this in deep speech. It goes into like their diet, their cultural habits, their supposed history, the origins of them, just kind of like a encyclopedia entry for mind flayers.
Cool. I want to ask, what is the vessel of
Slaughter.
thank you. Oh dear, encyclopedia.
Designation report. Name, Ahriman. Designation, vessel of slaughter. User has full access to this facility.
Did it say Ahriman?
Yes, Aramon.
Ask it what the name of the dark one is.
What is the name of the dark one? Pretty please.
Designation report. User, the Dark One. No other information given. User has full access to this facility.
Who else has full access to this facility?
Accessing. User reports. Ahriman, the vessel of slaughter. Nimawar, the Cold Priest. The Dark One. The Omega Vector. Gringall. Phaedron Corvain.
God damn it, it's Phaedron
Oh.
Corvain.
Intranera Verine.
That makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Of course.
What was the last thing it said?
Intranera Verine.
That was the madam.
Madam
And
Orion.
Corvain was the demi-lich creature. Ask it what Corvain is.
Hold on. No, wait.
Wait.
Wasn't Introvera Verine the first name? Or was that the last?
That was the last.
It's the last.
It's still the same person technically. Ask it where the teleportation circle goes.
I ask it that and say pretty please with a beautiful little sardine on top.
Ew.
interdimensional transport signal is set to receive only.
Ask it from where?
From whence does it come? From whence? Oh.
Anyone with knowledge of the rune sequence can gain access to the interdimensional transport seal.
Can I immediately start destroying the runes around the circle?
No.
You
No,
need
no, no, no.
you need dispel for that.
Ask it what this facility is meant for. What is its purpose?
What is the purpose of this facility? Oh, gorgeous, disembodied, thick rectangle.
Designation report. This facility is designated the Wellsgrove Research Facility. Primary function of this facility is currently containment.
Containment of what?
Containment of research subjects.
I know I'm not there, but can I give some input?
No,
Okay.
I don't care.
You could ask it if there's other facilities.
I'd ask it where the main facility is.
You could ask it how to get out of here.
I'm gonna ask it if it would like to go out with me on a date.
That's
So,
valid.
so there. I'm choosing none of your answers. Just kidding. I'm asking what are the research subjects? I'm still taking none of your advice. But what research subjects?
Still valid.
Research subjects produced from research involving Operation Overrun.
What is Operation Overrun?
It most likely has to tie to the zombies.
Yep. Except this time-
Insufficient credentials. Access denied.
Wow. He reached the limits of his credentials
It said
Where-
Gringotts had full access.
of
to the
this facility.
facility.
Ask
Oh,
him who
Where-
has access above yours. Maybe probably won't be able to know that, but
Where are the other facility locations? What other locations?
okay.
Whatever. Like that sounds cooler.
Insufficient access. Or insufficient credentials. Access denied.
Directions to the exit.
can you ask it how to change the teleport circle to be outbound instead of inbound?
Exit of facility accessible through elevator in Tau sector.
Where we came from.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No, we came from Theta.
Yes, you're correct. That's right.
Oh, did we? Directions
Direction.
to.
Elevator in Theta
Oh.
sector.
Oh, okay.
My bad. Sorry. Yeah, Theta sector. It said Theta sector originally.
Shortest route to Theta
Theater.
sector.
I know
Later.
we know how to get there.
That's pretty much
I'm asking
backtracking.
for the shortest route. If there's a quicker way to get there, I would like to know it. Thank you.
That's
No
fine.
map of this research facility is permitted to exist. To access Theta sector, proceed to northernmost weave interface node. Proceed east. Proceed north. Arrive Theta sector.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Mm.
Cool.
Ask
East,
it who has
northeast.
access above you. Probably won't be able to tell you.
Petra, ask it whatever you want to ask it.
Yeah.
Who else has access to facility locations?
Not
Please
full,
restate question.
Uh,
Who has minimum access, maybe?
Minimum access. Gringald.
So he's the lowest person allowed in the facility. Besides
Correct.
visitors, I'm assuming. Yeah.
You ask it to open that chest.
Yeah.
What what is in the chest?
What
Ask it to
chest?
open.
Insufficient credentials. Access denied.
Dude. Yeah, he's got minimum credentials.
I'm gonna walk in there and start investigating the teleportation circle and memorizing it in case I need to use it.
Magical, thick, voluptuous, steel rectangle. Is there anything I can do to convince you to give me more access? Tell me your wildest fantasies.
Wait a second, Shannon.
I'm
Oh,
so into
sorry.
you. Go ahead. Sorry.
We'll see what Shannon does to that. Something I wanna do.
Insufficient credentials. Access denied.
Listen, my credentials in this area are sufficient, more than enough. So
Are you gonna
please.
give this thing sentience on accident?
I've always dreamed of traveling.
Come
Oh.
with us, please. I'll wear you around my neck. You'll get to see everything. Oh, pretty, please. Oh, smooth and shiny chrome, thick rectangle. Tell me your name again.
I am the Belladex, the central mainframe and research database of this facility.
Belladex, can I call you Bella?
No.
Designation Bella accepted.
Aw. Bella, will you please give me access to greater knowledge, because I want to be friends with you and I will take you wherever you want to go on all of our adventures. You'll get a front row ticket to watch me die whenever that happens.
Credentials can only be increased by the Omega Vector.
So I have to seduce the Omega Vector.
Ask her who that is. Yeah.
What is the Omega Vector? Bella.
The Omega Vector is the highest authorized user and creator of this facility.
I hate how vague this thing is.
What else does it go by? Who is that?
Designation report. Omega Vector. Highest authorized user of this facility. No other designations found.
Okay, Shannon. Back when the cloaked guy pointed his finger at Natari and killed him, and plus I saw his eyes, could I mimic his hand? Shape change into his hand since I saw him point?
You have to change into an entire person. It's not like you can just shift your hand.
Yeah, I know, but can it be like since I saw the actual hand, can I change into a person with the slanted eyes and that hand and just kind of be like a no white blob? And I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out a way to get more access if it's possible.
It's if you want to take a guess as to what species or race that hooded figure was, you could try changing into a similar creature type.
Could I get a roll based off the hand and the eyes?
What race is the Omega Vector? Will it know that?
Or the dark one. That's who we're trying to turn into. Oh, Titus.
Insufficient credentials. Access denied.
Tell
What
Bella
race is
it's
the
a
dark one?
prick.
Bella, please. How can I work with
Insufficient
you to make?
credentials. Access denied.
Bella, you're being a butthead.
Don't no. Be
Based
respectful to
off the
Bella.
eyes, it looked like a dragonborn. So I'm going to go with a dragonborn
Okay.
and try to mimic the hand and place
Roll.
that on the tablet.
I roll me a perception check. This is going to be retroactive because we're seeing how good of a glimpse you got at the hand.
Oh, God damn.
In the meantime, Petra would like to wrap the rectangle in some
rolled
thread from her
one.
shirt and tie it around her neck.
Got that?
I'm
Pretty
gonna
necklace.
use a luck.
Patrick, could you ask one more question for me when we get a second?
That's
Ask it.
2 ones in a row. No.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And I think that's all your luck points, isn't it? That wasn't the Belladex, sorry. I think that's all
Yes,
your luck points, isn't
That's
it?
all my luck
Yeah.
points. So now all I have is
The
two
Belladex has metagame knowledge.
probability.
You
Ask
are
it.
relatively certain that the dark one had a hand. You're pretty sure. Also, at this point, just so that everybody else is aware, you guys did notice that at one point, Xanthion directly asked this thing a question and it responded.
Yes,
you're
yeah.
aware.
I forgot about that.
What question? Xanthion forgot what the question was.
I don't remember which question it was, but you
But it didn't
asked
have to
directly
be
and it responded to you.
Yeah. What connection does the Gray Fate family have to this facility?
Accessing.
Oh, wow.
Oh, fine. I don't have to answer for you guys anymore. Yay.
That information is restricted to Sigma sector.
Oh, wow. Hey, Bella, are you single?
Directions to Sigma sector?
Insufficient credentials. Access denied.
I was hoping that was going to happen, actually.
Yeah.
Sigma sector can be accessed by proceeding northwest to Central Corridor, north past Weave Interface Node, west through Omega sector, south past Weave Interface Nodes 4 and 5, east arrive Sigma sector.
I was
How
trying to
do
pull the
we
map
act?
up. I hope you guys
How do
got
we
that.
activate the elevator?
Elevator activated.
Son of a bitch.
So we activate the elevator by just saying activate elevator?
Access to elevator authorized.
We can get out of here, it sounds like.
Or we can go to Sigma sector. This is a group vote. We can't all just go because I want to go. What do you guys think? I was trying to follow on the map. Does it take us through any of those abominations?
It told you to go north past Weave Interface Node 3
Right.
into Sigma sector, which you
Okay.
assume would be at this elbow hook,
Right.
and then through Sigma sector to
So we haven't been there yet.
arrive at or no, sorry, that's Omega sector. And then through Omega sector, and then it said go south to arrive at Sigma sector.
Okay.
Before we go further, Belladex, can you hear me? Belladex,
Yes. Please state your question.
what's in the chest?
Insufficient credentials.
Of
Access
course.
denied.
How do we open the chest?
Insufficient credentials.
Yeah, I know. I know. Just you don't have to do it. Just yeah.
Oh, he's gonna do it.
Go fuck yourself.
Hey, I'd like to ask the Belladex another question, please.
Yeah.
Belladex, have you ever heard of a little known hit from the 90s known as Kiss by a Rose?
The Belladex implodes on itself. Petra takes 2d10
boy.
fire damage.
There's a book on the shelf on Earth.
I fucking hate you so much right now.
Buddy. You can tell Jody I brought that joke into D&D.
Screw it. I'm going over to the chest. I'm going to pick its lock. I'm going to open the chest.
Roll me a sorry, a lockpick check. So dexterity, proficiency, and dexterity with proficiency. And unless you have expertise in thieves' tools, I'm not sure if you do.
Did you say you're using the?
I mean, I can try.
That's a 16 total.
Hold on. You're using the
That's
D&D
a
1
16
stuff?
total.
No, I am not using the D&D 1 stuff in this.
Okay.
Okay. I need you. Hold on just 1 second.
Petra's gonna go in the other room because she doesn't want to be around that ish.
Yeah.
And while I'm doing this, I'm going to can I send one of my doubles over to the other side in case maybe I need to switch bodies real quick? No, never mind. I didn't say I was going to do that.
If I would have had time, right as he started to do that, I would have said, "You sure you don't want me to?" Yeah.
I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw, please. Okay, so you kneel down, get out your thieves' tools, insert them into the lock to start feeling for the first tumbler. There's a flash of green light in your face. Failing your con save, you take 53 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, shit.
I have 3 hit points.
Do we still
Because
have the temporary hit points?
Yeah, it's not been an hour yet, so.
Okay.
I have 3 hit points.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so you guys just watch this pallid green wave of energy kind of pulse out from the lock on the chest, pass through Titus's body, and just you just watch the energy drain from his form as his shoulders just kind of collapse. And he takes a deep breath,
Does that spell go away with my detect magic? Is it still on the chest? Or
roll
since it's been
me
triggered?
roll me a DC 27 concentration check.
God damn.
Half the damage you took.
The concentration one, which one is that?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
No.
Yeah, you lose concentration on detect magic.
Well, the other people that casted detect magic would see if that spell's still on the chest or not. Hint, hint,
Right.
nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
And I believe Xantheon still has that up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still there. It just, whatever this ward was, flared for a second and then shrunk back down to the aura that just circulates the chest.
I told you not to touch it.
I'm just trying to prolong the plot.
Well, I mean, in his defense, you told me not to touch it, so you know.
That goes for if I'm not allowed to touch something, which I usually am not allowed to because I stick my head into stuff. No one should be allowed to touch it.
Fair. Hmm.
Can we go back to the elevator now?
Up to you all. Either we go up or go further in. That's all we got.
I choose up. We still need to go find out where Emma went afterwards.
Yeah, and if she's okay. All right. I'm good with the group opinion. What do you guys think? I want to go check out the Grey Fate connection, but I mean, I really do, but I'm not going to risk the lives of the entire party.
At this point, I would say we need to get out of here. Because
can
we're
come
also
back.
carrying the book that they want, and we're right in the heart of one of their facilities.
We need to get out of this town in general.
Fair.
We need to get back on the road.
Just as a by the by, is there anything in the room with the teleportation circle besides the teleportation circle?
Yes, there is a circular desk that hugs the entire circumference of the room with various instrumentation scattered about it.
Okay.
I only see one of the items and I'm gonna ping it. Is that a unicorn horn?
Roll a
nature check.
Oh man,
Animal handling?
Religion.
I mean, if you pick it
They're
up,
celestial.
technically.
Oh, true. They are celestial.
Oh gosh. 5.
Could be.
I'm gonna take it then. This will be valuable to someone.
You know what? I'm gonna go take a look over the shelf and see if there's anything I recognize.
Lots of arcana related
Okay.
for the experimentation and research of magic. You also do notice as Xantheon and Exagora, as you are like examining the items in this room, there is the very soft sound, a sound that you under normal circumstances probably wouldn't have heard, but it is so deathly quiet down here.
Okay.
There is the soft sound of a clock just kind of slowly ticking away.
Can I pinpoint the location of the sound?
Roll me a perception check.
Can I do that as well?
Go ahead, you can get in on it.
Cool. Dirty 20. It's pretty filthy.
A 19 and a 20. Yeah. It seems to be coming from the desk itself and from the instrumentation and mechanisms that are on the desk.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back out and see if I can narrow it down to something specific more, other than just that.
No, with a 19, it's very good. It's coming from everything in this room.
Okay.
And each individual item, the circular desk and each item on it is emitting the same sound, and it's not copies of the same sound. It is literally like you pick up like this, Bunsen burner, and put it to your ear. And yep, that is the sound of a clock ticking. Put it down, pick up the vials of liquid beside it, put it to your ear, exact same sound. Like
And
put
all
it
in
to,
sync. Yeah.
put it to each ear, and it is like having stereo headphones on.
So did you hear that too? Can you hear that?
Yeah, I put the unicorn horn next to my ear.
What could this be or mean?
I don't know, but this is just more reason for me to want to leave.
Yeah. So go back in the room, just announce what we discovered, see if anybody has any thoughts.
Stuff is ticking in there.
Yeah. Everything is synchronized to the sound of a
Can we please leave?
Yeah, time to go.
As they say that,
oh god.
Felix, you remember from your time at the Sabian Conclave, the head librarian of the Obsidian Archive, Luzon Id-Dulug, who has a connection to Uxan Pavel, the custodian of the College of Lore. He is an orc. But you remember that there was always the peculiar, like, echoing sound of clockwork around him wherever he went. And it had something to do with his sorceress origin. It was kind of a known thing. It's like, hey, nobody mentioned the ticking around Luzon. He's a little sensitive about it.
Oh gods. We're not alone.
Excuse me?
What do you
we need to
mean?
go.
Xanthion pulls his bow off and just darts out of the room. Does not wait for anyone to follow. He's going.
All right. I guess we're going.
Something specifically having to do with, in sort of the way that you are as a divine soul sorcerer tied to
The ethereal realms. They're tied to the clockwork realms.
specifically Mechanus. Yeah.
Right.
And it does stand to reason that with as many extraplanar artifacts that are located within this in this administrative office, if you were going to get research and experiment equipment from anywhere, getting it from Mechanus would be like going to the Rolls Royce of Arcana experimentation equipment.
I do want to say I did not put the unicorn horn back. It is still with me.
Right. Gotcha.
So what they're doing is they're pulling in the best of whatever it is they need from each individual plane of existence.
Meanwhile, Xanthion is like running hellbent for leather through the facility.
Yeah.
Yep. No waiting.
I mean, you guys want to go get him,
Go.
or before we
We
stab the
go.
old lady again, or
I don't know. Ed's the one that said it.
I mean, he's gonna do it. So
If I find something, I'm putting my head in it.
Loaded statement.
Depends on how you want to look at it. It can be as loaded as you want.
So is the party following after Xanthion? What is the plan?
Felix is going.
Following.
Aaron, I heard you.
Following.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let us get split up. So following, come on, guys.
All right. So as you guys, and also just so I know, Xanthion, are you just sprinting back to the elevator?
Yeah, I'm not even being stealthy.
Okay.
God.
So you proceed back up the hallway. And as you re-enter the main corridor, Petra, you having the Belodex in around your neck, notice that on the surface, characters pop up off of the surface again.
Can I read what they're saying?
Yep. So
Or-
you take a look at the Belodex, and it looks like directions. Actually, it says, just 1 second here. That is basically directions saying Tau sector located 40 feet to your south. Omega sector located 50 feet north. And it just kind of is like keeping track of where you are and explaining like where everything else is in relation to you.
Cool. Petra's gonna say, thanks, Bella. And we're going to the Theta one, right? For the elevator. The elevator's in Theta, not Tau.
Theta, correct.
Okay. So yeah, she's just gonna keep track for when Theta pops up and make sure we're going the right way.
All right. So continuing north.
She is gonna jog stealthily though.
Right. And kind of as you get here, you notice Xantheon slipping around this corner, going back through Theta sector toward the elevator. And as you go through this hallway, jogging stealthily, sure, you get to this point, looking down the hallway that leads to that chamber with the weird shadowy creature, and on the surface of the Belodex, you see pop up in deep speech Elvish runes that spell out Containment Unit Alpha 1.
As she's gonna wait till she passes it, the
Mhm.
containment unit, but then ask Bella what is in the containment unit.
Insufficient credentials.
Research entry. Shadowgast, an experiment derived from the failure at the Neomachius Research Facility. By using a ghast as the host body rather than a zombie, the hope was that when suffused with the essence of a shadow, the innate voracious hunger of the ghast would remain, overcoming the shortcomings of the Neomachian test subjects. The hunger did indeed remain, but regrettably, the shadow's ability to raise its victim, as progeny of like kind, was lost. Indications the abyssal heritage of ghasts introduces too chaotic an element of chance that cannot be effectively controlled in a laboratory setting. Orcus must play his little tricks, after all.
So is this patient 0 then? The undead patient 0?
This is a subject from the failed ones.
So, does Xantheon stop when he hears that?
No, that's
Oh,
just
that's
that
just
was just
Logan.
Logan.
Gotcha. Okay. Containment Unit Alpha Subject Alpha 1 designated research failure.
I know I would have heard that, but am I close enough to know what's going on, like to be able to make a response to that?
Yeah, of course.
or
You
do I
guys are all
know-
traveling together.
Okay, I didn't know
so
if I didn't know how strung out we were. Okay.
pretty
Can you-
fucking strung out, dude.
Yeah. Can you give an example of a successful research project?
Successful research projects are located in Sigma sector.
What is the composition of one of these successful research projects?
Research notes for successful synthesis located in
Sigma sector.
I love that the voice effect adds it to the flipping of pages too.
Containment Unit and Experimentation Chamber Sigma 4. Hold on just 1 second, guys. Jody's calling.
No problem.
It's frustrating. I don't disagree at all that we need to get out of here, but I feel like there's just so much more we need to get
I feel
from
like we
here.
can we bookmark it and come back once we have located, Emma's still separated. I feel like
Yeah,
we
that's true.
come
I-
back to this because I'm
I-
curious too.
I do fully
sure.
feel like this isn't the last facility we're gonna find ourselves in, because
For
this
sure.
is technically the second.
It's not even the first one we've been to technically. So,
Was,
you know.
was I not with you guys for the first one?
No,
Uh,
yeah, this was many sessions ago.
Okay,
This was right as we met Titus.
right, okay. Hmm.
Did you all ask for locations of the other facilities?
No.
Yeah. I thought we did.
Oh, I wasn't paying
Yeah, it
attention.
didn't
then.
give us the locations.
Yeah, we don't have the right
I don't have the right
credentials.
clearance.
Above
I
our
did
pay
ask
grade.
it though, yes.
Yeah.
Shannon's phone case just makes me think like of Link just like using a Sheikah slate like
Nice.
a fucking iPhone.
I think that's what it is, yeah.
Yeah, his phone case is a Sheikah slate, and it's quite comical. And it's been a Sheikah slate since I met Shannon. And that was pre-COVID.
Gotcha.
Pre-COVID sounds like ancient times now.
It really, well, because
Feels like it too.
March 2020 was like the longest month of anyone's life.
Thank you. Has anybody here gotten COVID, by the way?
I have.
Yes.
I
I
knew you
think,
did.
Ed, I think me and you had COVID at the same time.
I think we did. Yeah,
Because
I do.
you brought it up and I'm like, this is insane.
Yep. Yep, I think we did. Enough's enough too, man. That was awful.
Yeah. And it was like 3 days after I had said this. I was like, it's been 2022 and I've yet to get COVID. And
Yep.
like the next day, it felt like I got hit by a semi truck.
Yep, the 2022 was like, fuck you. Yeah. Yeah, no. I don't ever want that again.
Yeah, that sucked.
Okay. So proceeding back to the elevator.
Yes.
Okay. So as the party continues after Xantheon, heading north back through Theta sector and arriving back in the elevator. As you step into the confines of the elevator, on the Belodex Petra, you see flash up a new set of Elven rune or Elven characters that in deep speech roughly translates to elevator controls.
Thank you,
Oh,
Bella.
Thank
You're a treasure.
ya.
Hey, Bella, have you ever been to the surface before?
This device will not function outside of the Wellsgrove Research Facility.
Boo,
And then
boo.
Bella,
The
do you
door
still?
like melts back into place, like forms back into place in a ripple, and you get the sensation of ascent as that kind of like weird like moment of jostling as the elevator starts to raise and the surface of the Belladex goes completely blank.
Oh
Yeah.
no, but I thought it said they wanted to travel.
That doesn't mean they're
Shit.
able to.
Well, she's dead now.
And that is where we will pick up next session.
Awesome.
Yay. I can't wait to hear about Emma's adventures.
Shannon,
Yes.
if you're free tomorrow, I can run session, or in the evenings, in the weekdays.
So like you're busy right now though.
No, not right now. If you want to do it right now, I can.
Emma,
Okay, here we go. Hold on. I'm ready.
I am gonna have to hop off. I'm tired.
yep, no worries.
Have a good night, you guys.
See you, Logan.
See you, bud.
See ya.